Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old.
Good afternoon, everybody, from Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. In the Magic City, it's the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University versus the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, Ken. And it is an exciting afternoon for football, about 75 degrees here in Birmingham, Alabama. Very cool and calm afternoon for football.
And the calm before the storm, Frank. And looking forward to it. I can see the enthusiasm out here. Birmingham has turned out very well for us. The crowd looks great. The music's been exceptional. The guys are ready to roll. And, you know, Frank, when you got Tuskegee Morehouse Classic for over 85 years, you know, everybody's trying to make that claim to fame. The bragging rights is here today. And the best game they ever played. They coming with the A game on both sides of the field. Maroon Tigers against the Golden Tigers. I'm looking to see some real excitement, some ringers, stingers, dingers, and bell ringers, Frank. They're going out here for the coin toss, and I'm just excited to see us rock and roll.
It's a granddaddy of HBCU classics. The Golden Tigers come in this ball game 2-3, 1-0 in the SIAC. Morehouse 0-5 and 0-1 in the SIAC. Golden Tigers in their white travel jerseys and gold pants. The Maroon Tigers in their maroon jerseys and maroon pants. This ball game has been played in Columbus, Georgia for over 80 years. It'll be the first time that the Tigers, the Golden Tigers, and the Maroon Tigers, Ken Woodard, will meet here in Legion Field here in the Magic City of Birmingham, Alabama.
And, you know, Frank, I got to say something about Morehouse. You know, even though at any given Sunday, they're 0-5 right now, but they're ready to make that first mark on winning. And, you know, they're going to definitely bring that A game. And Tuskegee's not going to be able to walk away with this. They had some great strides. They moved a long way from where we started off with Fort Valley. But we're in mid-season form. This is week 5, week 6 going there. This is when you really start seeing your team develop to be a winner or be a championship. You know, we had some times where they went for the fourth down. You had some offensive linemen that say, hey, look, we can do this. You know, they starting to believe in themselves. You know, Morehouse is right now just trying to try to find themselves to believe into themselves. But they come out here, because anytime, you know, it's in the SIAC, you're going to have some good contact out there. And between the lines, whistle blowing, great competition. Frank, that's what I'm looking. And they got the Cento back. That Cento that was a kind of a thorn in our side and our paw back a couple of years ago. Cento he kept him in a couple of games over there. And so I'm interested to see what they're going to do and how our strategy, Coach Slater and Coach Powell, going to put that together to reduce some of that offensive impact that they had before. Even though it haven't been at this time in the first 5 games, you know, each week you get better and everybody gets better.
This ball game goes back historically when we had a segregated armed forces. Its initial purpose was to entertain black U.S. Army soldiers who were stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia. Well, Ken, the Golden Tigers will kick it off to the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse Maroon, the Morehouse Maroon Tigers, and lining up that tee, getting ready to kick it off for the Golden Tigers is going to be the young man that we've seen all year for the Golden Tigers. That's going to be our kicker for Tuskegee University. That's going to be
Arnez Husick.
Arnez Husick will kick it off. Here's the kickoff. This ball game is underway. Morehouse takes it to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and the Maroon Tigers are down around the 26-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 as the Golden Tigers kicked it off to the Maroon Tigers.
And Frankie, we got a full staff right here on the defense. We got our W2s. We got Wesley and Woody playing them inside linebackers over there, and you got Matthews that came and did a great job, number 44 at linebacker. And like Coach Powell loves to do with the defensive coordinator, is set the tempo with the defense and get them 3 and out, get the offense in some good field position about midfield.
Michael Sims will be the signal caller for Morehouse. Trips to the left, sole receiver to the right, a man in motion. Sims in the gun. Gives it to the first man through, carrying the ball for the Maroon Tigers. Morehouse is going to be number 2, Frank Bailey Jr. And Bailey gains about a yard on that play, Ken. It's going to be 2nd down and 8, 14:36 in the first quarter of this ball game. Second play of the game. Quarterback Sims calls the signals. Trips to the left. Here's the play. He gives again to number 2, and that's going to be Frank Bailey Jr. And Frank Bailey Jr., Ken, has been the sole ball carrier for the Maroon Tigers thus far in the contest. 14-10, brand new ball game between the Maroon Tigers and the Golden Tigers here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. Here's the play.
And you see
3rd down and 8. Morehouse with the football. Long count. Here's the play. There's a flag.
There we go.
Go ahead, Ken. You're about to say something.
You see, Morehouse is trying to establish that dominance on that front line. You got to win the game in the trenches. And I like the way Morehouse is coming out to see if they can run that ball up the gut, because that front 4 up there has been horrendous. They've been putting helmets on folks, getting pressures on quarterbacks. They've been trying to thread the needle on them. And so if Morehouse going to be a factor in the run game, they got to try to establish it early, and they're putting their best foot forward right now.
Maroon Tigers penalized 5 yards. It's going to be here's a play. Morehouse gets a pass off. It's caught inside of the 36-yard line. On the receiving end for Morehouse was number 11. That's going to be Sean Strickland. And Strickland gets the ball up. It's going to be marked inside of the 35-yard line. 4th and 1 for the Maroon Tigers. Here's the play. It will be stopped in the tracks. They won't get the first down. It'll be no first down.
Yeah, and I like number 9, Hamilton. He's been coming a force to reckon with on that D line. He came in there, got some penetration in the backfield.
Ken. It is a first down. Wait, let's see. That was a first down. Okay, it's now 2nd down, 2nd and 10. My correction, 2nd and 10.
That's correct.
That was first down then. The ball is going to be marked on the 39-yard line. Here's a play, man in motion. Morehouse gives it up the gut to number 30 for the Maroon Tigers, and he's going to be hit by a host of Golden Tigers. That's going to be Charles Daniels, the 4th, carrying the ball for the Maroon Tigers.
I like it. I'll tell you that front D line, we talked about it. Hamilton, number 9, he did a nice little slant across the front of the face of the offensive tackle to get that penetration. And that's what it's going to take for the front 4 to get that penetration on Morehouse.
Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. Ball is on the Morehouse 40-yard line. Here's the play. Looks like somebody moved there, Ken. It looks like somebody moved on the line. It's going to be 5 yards assessed against we'll see who. False start offense, 5 yards. Going to be stepped off against the Maroon Tigers. It's going to move the ball back. 12:07, scoreless contest. Morehouse with the football. They're going to mark it on their own 35-yard line. We're at the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic here in Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. 3rd down and 12 for the Maroon Tigers from the 35. Here's the play. Drops back. There's a pass, and there was nobody home. He threw it in a zone, Ken, and nobody was there.
No, they put the dogs out. Hey, it's 3rd and 12. Send the kitchen at them. Send everything you got in the kitchen, Frank, and that was a good job. They hit every gap there was, and it was just not enough helmets to block the helmets that was coming for him. And he had to get an early release on that, and that was a good play by Morehouse to get a dump as opposed to getting a sack. And so now they just got to punt it away. if they would have had the sack, they'd have been back even farther. Would have gave our offense a good field position. But we're sitting pretty good there, Frank. That's the way we like our series to go. Coach Powell, they've been doing a job, and their execution is just elevated into midseason championship form.
Fernando Sadala-Mora will be punting it off. He'll be standing inside of his own 8-yard line. Back deep for the Golden Tigers will be Devarian Valson. Here's a snap. It's over his head, and he is going to kick it out of the end zone. He kicked it out of the end zone. The Golden Tigers didn't rush heavily then, Ken. They could have very well got it. There's a penalty flag on the field. The punter punted it out of. He kicked it out of the end zone. And
and that what you can see what they were setting. They were setting up a nice return. They had everybody up on the line scrimmage.
It's going to be a safety.
Then they dropped it back, and because they was looking for getting good field position. But you always got to have that bird dog. Always call that spy. It's
going to be a safety there. That's going to be a 2-0 ball game. The punter kicked it out of the end zone, prompting a safety. Put 2 points up for the Golden Tigers. 2-0 is your score with 11:41. Golden Tigers get on the scoreboard first with the safety.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food.
And the momentum that the Golden Tigers have. Maroon Tigers had, Frank, they had a couple of plays that, they're not the concentration. They got to get concentrated and get focused because they had a couple of penalties, then have a bad snap, the long snapper. And we don't have that problem with Fuentes. My favorite guy. Fuentes, the long snapper. He's a guy that you don't hear about because he doesn't make the mistakes that you just seen right there previously by Morehouse.
2-0 is your score. Morehouse gave up a safety. Golden Tigers are on the scoreboard with 11 minutes and 41 seconds. This is the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic from Birmingham, Alabama's Legion Field. Frank Lee, along with Ken Woodard, we have a 2-0 ball game, Ken.
Yes, we do. And that's a nice little punt there, and they're trying to get the hands team out there as well because this push punt can go either way. And so you definitely want your hands team out there. It's not a question of moving the ball too far. You're just you keep sure that you keep possession of the ball and have no loose hands or trying to make a run. Like Valson, you got a couple of guys that can handle the ball, the good handlers.
Estella Mora is going to kick it off to the Golden Tigers. It's going to be fielded by Valson. Valson takes it to the 10-15, the 20, the 25. Parts Company, he gets it to the 24-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. They'll get a chance to operate offensively, Ken.
That's a great job, and great kick by Morehouse. The kicker, he put it deeper than what we anticipated, and Belson did a great job of getting back to retrieve to get that ball so that he wouldn't have it inside the 10. And with him doing things like that there, that's a good heads-up play. I'm seeing a lot of mental things that are being done to keep them as a certified good team with the growth that they have right now.
11 minutes and 31 seconds in the first quarter of the ball game. Tuskegee University 2, Morehouse 0. Here's the play. Golden Tigers with the football for the first time, and it looks like the carrier is going to be that's going to be Valson, I think, Ken. Was that number 8, Patterson?
That was our boy Patterson in there.
That was Patterson carrying the ball. That was the Devontae Patterson for the Golden Tigers. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. That play got nowhere. First quarter action, 11:05 in the first quarter. Golden Tigers struck first with a safety. Here's the play. Receivers either side, 2-man backfield. Calling the signals for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University. And the give again is going to be given to Patterson. And Patterson may pick up maybe a couple yards on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers, the Golden Tigers. Ball is on the 30 of Tuskegee University.
There you go. And Morehouse defense is holding sturdy in there and strong. And, Coach Slater is a firm believer of making sure he established that run attack. And Patterson is that horse that loves to run north to south. And he got some great guys up there blocking. But Morehouse front four is doing a good job, and it's 3rd and 7. That's
trips right. Here's a play, man in motion. Williams drops back, throws to Valson in motion. He crosses down, and he's down around the 31-yard line, and he'll pick up a yard, Ken, on that play. That's going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Golden Tigers, and the punting team will come in to punt it off to the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College.
Yeah, and Frank, and I like that. We're seeing what's going on. You're seeing who's hitting and who's not hitting, who's blocking, who's not blocking, the second effort, and who's mentally focused out there, and on both sides. And so it's what they call it, jousting, Frank, when sometimes they jousting each other to see what's capabilities of the other teammate.
Ryan Duff will kick it from the 15. He pooches it over. It's going to be caught inside of the 27-yard line. And Ryan Duff last weekend was the special teams player of the week for the Golden Tigers. Great accomplishment there for Duff, who had a great game last week against Clark Atlanta, punting the football.
Yes, that is true. And what Frank and just to reiterate what we're doing, when he had to pooch it and got the ball inside the 10 without it going in the end zone and putting the ball on the 25, where they would have better field advantage, and which kept Clark Atlanta in a disposition inside the 10. He was on the 8-yard line one time, 2-yard line the next time, the 3-yard line the third time. And when you got to start like that, you got 98 yards or 95 yards to get the ball down the field. Kind of limited to what you can do, and that was contributed to our special teams and to our punter. I gotta give him credit for that. Duff did a great job on that.
We're at 9 minutes and 19 seconds in the first quarter. Tuskegee out front 2, Morehouse nothing, and it's 9:19 in the first quarter. Let's pause for a commercial on the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving.
We're back to live action in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, where the Golden Tigers are out front 2-0 against the Maroon Tigers or Morehouse. A must game for both teams, Ken Woodard, to maintain their prominence in the SIAC Western Division.
That is true, and it's a game, and Frank, we got 4 quarters of football. And this is definitely going to be a nail biter because they're revving up.
Here's a play, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. It's a run play. Morehouse gives to that same guy that we've seen all day. He's been the sole ball carrier, Frank Bailey Jr., for the Maroon Tigers. Picks up, let's see, they're going to give him 5 on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Ball is going to be marked on the Maroon Tigers' 32-yard line. Here's a play. Maroon Tigers have trips to the right, and here's a run pass option here, and they move the ball. Probably picks up maybe 2 yards again for the Maroon Tigers. That's going to be Frank Bailey Jr. on the carry, and Bailey has been the sole ball carrier, Ken, for the Maroon Tigers.
Yes, and he's doing a great job. He's got some quickness to him, and he like to go north and south, and he got the vision of the whole field. I like the way he cut and made that cut back as well, but there was really no place to go because our Golden Tigers front 4 is controlling that O-line at this point.
Michael Sims has receivers trips to the near side and 2 receivers to the left, far side. Here's a play. Oh, it's going to be a pass intended for number 7. Delancey Tolliver was the intended receiver, defending heavily for the Golden Tigers.
Number 19.
Number 19.
Fletcher Jordan. And Frank, that's one of the plays I love it. You know, did one with Herschel where just because your hands got on the ball, you can pop that baby loose, you know, so don't even worry about it.
Morehouse in punt formation will be punting from the 18-yard line. Valson will be deep for the Golden Tigers. Here's a punt. He gets it off, and Valson is going to call for a fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. They'll operate inside of the 26-yard line. 2-0. Here's your score. Let's pause again on the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty.
We're back in Birmingham, Alabama. Frankly, along with Ken Woodard, Golden Tigers have a 2-0 lead against the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse with 7 minutes and 55 seconds in the first quarter. The ball is 1st and 10. It's on the 28-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Here's the play. Patterson turns the corner, crosses the 33-yard line, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 33. He'll pick up about 4 yards on that play.
That was straight to second effort. That was great job, second effort by Patterson. Trying to turn that quarter to get them shoulder pass, lining up straight with this, the field headed upfield, but he had he got it on a little angle there, Frank, and he got some good yardage out of there. But that was strictly just effort and speed and determination. Good job by Patterson.
Bryson Williams has trips to the right, to the far side, near side as a receiver. Back is going to be Patterson, and the ball was intercepted. It was intended, Ken, for number 17, Jamal Pritchett, and that was a missed assignment thrown right in the hands of the Maroon Tigers. Another turnover, costly turnover for the Tigers. Morehouse will have the ball on the Golden Tigers' 32-yard line. Ken, those are the kind of things that can turn the ball game around.
Exactly, and that was good heads-up play by Morehouse cornerback over there. He's reading his wide receiver Jamal Pritchard, and then also he's reading the quarterback. When he see that quarterback put that arm up to fire it, he made a nice break on it and reached out and grabbed it, and laid out for it. That was a good catch by him. But that's good heads up. That just to show you the talent that Morehouse does have in its 0-5 game going on.
Absolutely. Michael Sims has receivers. Trips to the far side. One receiver to the near side. Here's a play. Sims has a man open. It's going to be caught inside of the 34-yard line, and the Maroon Tigers will pick up, Ken, yardage on that play. 6:56 in the first quarter. 2-0 is your score. For those of you who just joined us, Morehouse had a punt that was hiked over the punter's head, resulting into a safety, and we have a 2-0 contest.
And you got to watch out. Morehouse is coming with that timing pattern. That's a good timing pattern, timing route, and it came and set it up, and the great
Receiver
timing.
is split to the left. It's going to be given again to the same guy we've seen all day long. That's going to be a new ball carrier for the Maroon Tigers. Let's get that number. Now, that was going to be the quarterback.
That was the quarterback. Yes, it did. He called his own number there, Frank. Good
Michael
job.
Sims on a run for the Maroon Tigers.
That favorite song, Nowhere to Run, Nowhere to Hide.
He ate it. The ball is on the 31-yard line of the Golden Tigers. 3rd down and 3, 5:59 first quarter action. Golden Tigers 2, Maroon Tigers 0. Morehouse changes the formation, and Michael Sims on a quarterback keeper. Sims calls his own number, and he picks up easily a first down for Morehouse.
That was a great job, but that was good misdirection, we would call it, where they had two guys go in motion from one side to the other side, and they caught him looking, and caught the Golden Tigers looking, and he took it for himself and got the first down.
Maroon Tigers have it 1st and 10. Ball is on the 26-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Quarterback Sims has men in motion. Golden Tigers adjusting defensively. The give again, it's up the gut to a very difficult runner for the Maroon Tigers. Golden Tigers is saying that they have the football. The ball was fumbled, and let's see what the officials will call it. Several Golden Tigers have felt that they took possession, but let's see who the officials will give it to.
I like it that Morehouse, they coming into their bags of tricks. They did the double motion again, and then they took it to the other side this time.
No fumble. The ball, the runner was down. We saw it on the Jumbotron. It did squirt out, but he was blown dead.
And that was a great job by number 20, Ernest Davis, getting that extra yards over there. And, and that's what you say. You got a game. You can't take anybody lightly in this SIAC.
Sims has receivers either side, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Maroon Tigers get it down. They move it inside of the red zone, and looks like Morehouse will have the ball. Let's see where they'll spot it. Looks like it will be spotted around the 8-yard line, Ken.
Yes, and that's number 20, Ernest Davis, being the workhorse over there.
It's on the 9-yard line. It's on the 9. 2nd and 3 for the Maroon Tigers. Quarterback Sims on a quarterback keeper, and Sims gets it inside. He'll be down around the 5-yard line, and Morehouse working quite swiftly, running the ball well in the red zone.
And I like Sims. Sims is taking a chance. He to beat the Golden Tigers defense, you're gonna have to get up in there and mix it up. And he's doing a good job being a quarterback, Frank, and taking it on his own time. We got a timeout there. But that's a great call by Morehouse.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
In Birmingham, Alabama, where the Maroon Tigers have the ball on the 4-yard line. 4 minutes and a second to go in the first quarter. Tuskegee out front 2-0. Michael Sims has the receivers split either side. Sims has it. The ball is first and goal. The ball is on the 4-yard line. And while we are waiting for the officials to resume play, we'll have some scores for you, but let's take it. Let's keep it here, Ken.
That'd be great.
Here's the play. Michael Sims on
There
a
you go,
quarterback keeper, and Sims will walk in. Maroon Tigers put 6 on the scoreboard with 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Morehouse scores with quarterback Michael Sims calling this number. And Ken, we have some scores across the SIAC and the SWAC. You might want to give those scores out.
Oh, yes, indeed, Frank. But we're looking at Central State, which we'll be going to next week. Fort Valley beat them 35-14, which was good for us. We're going to see Central State next week. And, Frank, and then we have Albany State and Edward Waters. Albany State beat 30-0 there. And also Lane finally losing to Kentucky State 49-14. And then going to Alabama A&M as well, Frank, is Jackson State 61 over Alabama A&M 15.
I'll tell you, that was probably the most talked about game this week. A lot of trash talking between Coach Prime and Coach Maynard, a lot of jostling and everything, but Coach Prime kept it quiet, and he delivered today, and that was homecoming for Alabama A&M, Ken.
Whoa, okay, outstanding. And, and that's what I was saying, which is HBCU. Any given Sunday, you got, which is Saturday, as we may have it on here now, is you got some guys that can make plays, and they going to the A game, focus and train and discipline. Coaches are doing a great job, and sometimes you see it on implementing. We just seen it with Morehouse to put together a drive, and that quarterback is definitely going to have to be a force that's going to have to be controlled by the Golden Tigers defense if to stay in this game.
PAT was good. We have a 7-2 ball game, 3:55 first quarter action. The Maroon Tigers will kick it off to the Golden Tigers. Morehouse had no problem at all scoring from the 4-yard line as quarterback Michael Sims walked in. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be taken around the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. Well, it's going to be down around the 29-yard line, and the Golden Tigers send return man Bowson to the 29-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers on their own 29-yard line, Ken.
Yeah, and the special teams, I love Frank's special teams. That's where I made my bread and butter and getting in there a couple of nickel defenses. But to see some of the guys, the contact, you come down, you get a full running speed, and you make head-to-head contact, and that is a great job. And then I seen the guys, Morehouse and Tuskegee, they gave each other a pat on the head as a good lick on each other. And I like that. I like that camaraderie, Frank. You see it in the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic.
Golden Tigers have 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Devontae Patterson goes up the gut for the Golden Tigers, and Patterson will get it to the 34-yard line, picks up about 5 on that play. 3:34 in the first quarter. Morehouse 7, Tuskegee 2. You're listening to Ken Woodard and Frank Lee on the Tuskegee Digital Network. 2nd down and 6. Ball is on the 33-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Bryson Williams, the signal caller, for the Tigers. Williams gives it to Patterson. Patterson crosses the 35, and he's brought down on the 40-yard line, picks up about 6 yards on that play, Ken, and it's good for a Golden Tiger first down.
And what we do, Frank, move the chains. And, you know, I love Patterson, the way he runs, you know, it's straight north and south, and so every step is getting yardage. And then before you know it, you can't see it, but he done gained 5 to 6 yards, and now we got another first down, and we got a drive going here by the Tuskegee Golden Tigers.
1st and 10 from the Tuskegee 40. Receivers split either side. Williams, the southpaw, drops back, has time. Stutter steps, runs around, keeps it. Williams will call his own number. He's down around the 48-yard line and good enough for another Golden Tiger first down.
First down. I like Bryson, but hey, get that head down. He stood up there too long. You know, you can slide. Bryson still slide. Don't take that leg if you don't have to. We still need you for the rest of the game. And that was a good play, but he was trying to get that extra yard and see how far he can get. And Frank, you know, we've seen him grow from where he would do a situation like that and there have to be a fumble.
And that was not a first down. It's 2nd and 1. But there it is there. Patterson
first down.
Picks up the first down. He takes it down to the Morehouse 45-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 from the 40. Let's see where they'll mark it, Ken. It's going to be marked on the 45, I think.
That's 45. Sounds good to me, Frank. And then, you know, I like the way Tuskegee Golden Tigers are putting together a nice little drive here with Patterson running and quarterback running. Now we just need to see a little bit more of the air attack. We know we got Hodges as a 1,000-yard receiver.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line of the Maroon Tigers. Bryson Williams. Williams sets up, wants to throw, has a man open. It's
baby.
off the fingertips, in and out of the hands of the Golden Tiger receiver on that
Steve
play.
Hodges.
Was that going to be Hodges?
Yes.
Like, okay, all right. Okay, I thought it was number 6, but.
Number 5, Steve Hodges. I just called him up. It's about that time. A great call, mixing it up. You know, he got so many different weapons. You know, he got Jamal Pritchard, and he also got Keon Webb is a wide receiver that was a SIC Player of the Week a couple of weeks ago, Frank. So you still got some guys that can take it up top at any time.
Bryson calls the signals from the 45-yard line of Morehouse. 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the right. Patterson on an exchange, a little difficulty there on that play. It looks like there was a mix-up in that play, Ken, but the Golden Tigers were able to salvage it and get it back to the 45-yard line, the initial line of scrimmage. 7-2 is your score. Morehouse scored on a touchdown and a PAT. Golden Tigers struck blood first on a 2-0 safety early and the part of the ball game. Morehouse has answered with a touchdown and PAT. 46 seconds. Go right ahead, Ken.
Yes, this is. Looking good. I like the guys that trying to keep staying calm when they have a little mixed up play like that. They staying together.
3rd and 10 on the 45-yard line, and Bryson is going to be sacked back to his own 45-yard line. That's going to bring in Ryan Duff. He's going to have to do the punting chores for the Golden Tigers. Golden Tigers lost yardage on that play, and the Maroon Tigers will be back deep in punt formation, standing inside of the 8-yard line is number 6 for the Maroon Tigers, Taylor Harris. Ryan Duff, SIAC Special Team Player of the Week last week, got those honors, will be punting from his own 35-yard line. It looks like the Golden Tigers are going to call timeout, and while they're calling timeout, let's take a break. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson, like really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
We're back live in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Morehouse Tuskegee Classic. Frank Lee, along with Ken Woodard. Ken, Morehouse has a 5-point edge over the Golden Tigers. 7-2 is your score as we get ready to begin the second quarter of this classic. And we talked about it earlier. It's the granddaddy of them all. Ken Woodard, I remember going to a Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in the late 1960s as a youngster, where the Golden Tigers scored 93 points to an egg against Morehouse. It was a 93-0 Friday night football game. It was a cold Friday night, 68-69. Can I remember that?
I remember speaking to some of the old guys from back in the day, and they told me the stories. And Frank, that's a story that be told, and Morehouse hasn't forgotten it neither. And so they always just coming out with the A game to try to get that vengeance back on that. But there was some great guys that played back there in the 60s. We had quite a few of them that went to the NFL too. I mean,
absolutely.
One year. Yes,
we had more during that era, 69-70. Golden Tigers sent a lot of guys to the NFL. Yeah, well, let's begin another quarter where the Golden Tigers will have Ryan Duff. Duff will be punting from his own 35-yard line. He'll be punting it off to the Maroon Tigers, where the Maroon Tigers lead the Golden Tigers by 5. We have a 7-2 score here in Birmingham, Alabama. Legion Field is our venue this afternoon. It's an exciting crowd as we have some familiar faces on the Jumbotron. That's Drayton Florence to the far right. He's addressing the audience while we're having a TV break, and it's live here in the stadium. You know, Golden Tigers have achieved the name of being the DB capital. Ken Woodard, you may not agree with that, but that's what they're known for in the NFL.
DBs can't make it without them linebackers. We got to get underneath.
It's Ryan Duff. Duff gets it off, gets a pooch kick. It's going to fall inside of the 24-yard line, and Maroon Tigers will have Michael Sims and company. They'll operate 1st and 10. The ball will be marked on the 25-yard line. 7-2 is your score. The Maroon Tigers have a 5-point edge over the Golden Tigers. Quarterback Michael Sims will have it 1st and 10. The ball will be marked on the 22-yard line, as the Maroon Tigers have wide receivers split either side. Double tight end situation. Sims, the sole quarterback for the Maroon Tigers, will have it 1st and 10 from the 22. Here's Sims on the RPO. Sims has a receiver. He is going to find a man open around the 31-yard line. It's going to be about an 8-yard gain from that pass, 8-yard pass from Sims to his wide receiver. That's going to be number 7 for Morehouse, Tolliver on the receiving end.
And Delafield is on the coverage.
Delafield's on the coverage for the Golden Tigers.
Good job by Delafield, but he going to have to squeeze that down.
2nd and 1. Sims. The give is inside of the 34-yard line. That's going to be the young man we've seen all day, number 20 for Morehouse. It's going to be let's see. Is he on the roster, Ken?
Yes, number 20. Yes, that's Ernest Davis.
Ernest Davis, that's right. Ernest Davis. My correction, Ernest Davis is on the roster. Davis, the ball carrier for the Maroon Tigers. Ball is on the 34-yard line of Morehouse. 1st and 10, 13:51, second quarter action. Michael Sims drops out of the pocket. He finds a man open around midfield, and that's going to be good for Morehouse. First down. On the receiving end for the Maroon Tigers was Malcolm Jones, and Jones picks up a lot of yards for the Maroon Tigers. They get it to the Tuskegee 49. 1st and 10, 11:28, second quarter action. Here's the play. Sims gives it up the gut. It gets nowhere.
Gets no love.
Nowhere.
Frank.
No love at all.
No love at all. There you go.
Ernest Davis met a host of white jerseys, and Golden Tigers defended well on that last run. 13:09, your score. 7, Morehouse, Tuskegee 2. 13:04, second quarter action. Ball is on the 49-yard line of the Golden Tigers.
Frank, and I have to bring back a couple of plays ago. Number 18, Kobe Mitchell is a DB. He comes in as a nickel a lot of times. He makes a lot of great plays out there that we don't get to give a chance to give him a shout-out. Kobe Mitchell, great job.
Here's Sims, has a man open. He's going to catch it on the ground. That's going to be his running back, his secondary receiver for Morehouse, Ernest Davis. And Davis will that pass will bring the ball back to the 48-yard line.
Yep, and Frank, we say Morehouse, they was consistent, but what you need, they did a great execution, but you need that consistency to stay as a winner. And right now they having a couple of hiccups right here, and Golden Tigers is rising to the occasion to shut them down.
12:07 in the second quarter. Sims drops back, receives heavy pressure, lobs it up in the air, and throws it out of bounds, and he received a whole lot of rushing pressure from the Golden Tigers.
Yeah, let them Golden Tigers out. I love that. It's third down and 9. Get that pressure on him and make him have to force that throw, and he had to force that throw it away because receivers didn't have a chance to get their route open. Good coverage by the secondary on that bump and run, because if you can bump them and cover them for that 2 seconds right there, that quarterback that has no place to go, he's going to have to let that ball fly before he can get a sack.
Demario will be punting it back for the Maroon Tigers. Demario, let me get that name correct. Here's the punt. It's going to be taken by Valson. Valson gets inside, gets it to maybe the 13-yard line, Ken, and Valson was met by a host of maroon jerseys as the Golden Tigers will operate 1st and 10. They'll mark it inside of the 13-yard line, and quarterback Williams will operate 1st and 10 from its own 13.
Yeah, and it's a rule of thumb, Frank. You stand at that 10-yard line, you don't go backwards. You know, let that ball go over your head. But Valson been doing a great job, good mental preparation, and great job of securing the ball so that we would have the field position that we do have on the 13, as it could have been easily in a bad position where we've been inside the 5.
Well, Ken, next week we travel to Central State. A lot of games across the SIAC. Big one in the SWAC. Jackson State on a big win against Alabama A&M. It was homecoming in Normal, Alabama. Jackson State 61, Alabama A&M 15. Final, Alabama State 35, Arkansas Pine Bluff 14, Benedict 24, Miles 21. Miles is having some difficulty, Ken. That is going to be to the Golden Tigers' advantage. Those 2 SIAC losses are going to be beneficial to the Golden Tigers. If they can continue to play consistent football, win in the SIAC, Tuskegee still has an opportunity to claim the Western Division title.
That is true, and they continue on the path that they're going right now with the consistency and the second effort and the unity together, working as a cohesive unit. Special teams has always been coming together solid. The offense is coming together. See the offensive line coming together. See the D-line becoming a threat. You're getting pressure on the quarterbacks to rush the passes, and you got the secondary out there. I talked about Kobe Mitchell earlier that's on the nickel defense that comes out there, and they do it very well. And then, of course, you got the W2s. You got Wesley and Woody in there playing linebacker. The guys do a great job transferring in there. And, then I like my Sam backer, which is Sean Cross, number 4. He does a great job as well.
Final score, Kentucky State 49, Lane 14, Albany State 30, Edward Waters 0, and earlier Fort Valley defeated Central State 35-14 in SIAC competition on this day in SIAC football. First and 10 from the 13-yard line. Golden Tigers have receivers split to the far and the near side. 2 backs in the back. It's going to be Patterson, and looks like Goodlow is going to join him in the backfield.
There we go. Yes, and
okay, we're back to live action. It's going to be first and 10 for the Tigers, and that's going to be Patterson on a run, still on his feet, and Avante Patterson gets it to midfield. That play, Ken, good for 37 yards.
37. I love that hole up front. You know, they could drive a truck through it, but he came through there and he maneuvered very elusive with his feet, seeing overall, and made a defender miss in the secondary backfield. Next thing you know, he was off to the races. But making the guy miss in the secondary is very crucial, and Patterson did a great job on that one.
Longest run for the day for Patterson. It's going to bring up first and 10. The ball is on the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Here's Bryson Williams. Gives it to Patterson again. Patterson up the gut. He maybe will pick up 2 on that play, Ken. 2 difficult yards there for Patterson. After that long 37-yard run.
Yeah, hey, run it till they stop it. I'm a firm believer that, you know, sometimes if they can't stop it, why change it?
Second down for the Golden Tigers. Ball is on the 43-yard line. Second and 10, 10:58 in the second quarter. Morehouse 7, Tuskegee 2. Here's Bryson Williams. Has receivers either side. Goodlow and Patterson are your backs. Pitches it out to Patterson. A high pitch, but Patterson did a very good thing. He was able to hold on to it, and he got out of bounds without losing the football.
That was great eye contact, you know, the hand and eye coordination, because it's pitched behind him, and he was still able to reverse his feet around backwards
and pulled it in.
And pulled it in. That's great job of saving. And, you know, that's heads up. Sometimes you're going to have those kind of plays, but you got to recover and regroup. That was a good job of recovering and regrouping on a bad play.
Golden Tigers lost 4 yards on that play. Third down in 16, 10:41 second quarter action. 7-2 is your score. Bryson Williams has receivers either side. Williams, southpaw, drops back, has a man open. He throws. He intended receiver was number 11. It looks like, Ken, to me, that was pass interference, but the officials apparently didn't think the same as I did.
No, they kind of didn't. You can see he had that look back. So, you know, he did that thing. He made that look back, and he stumbled over his feet. So that's chalk it up. It can go either way sometimes. But as long as he was looking back for the receiver, that constitute him not trying to interfere, but trying to play the ball as opposed to playing the receiver.
Jordan Ogletree was the intended receiver. Ryan Duff will punt it from his own 24-yard line. Here's Duff. He gets it off. Great punt. Pooches it over to the 15-yard line. He runs to backwards, and he's going to cross the 20 The 25 looks for that wall, and it did form, but they push him out of bounds around the 38-yard line. Making that stop for the Golden Tigers
number Duff
was Ryan Duff, number 7.
Special team player of the week.
Ryan Duff on that stop for the Golden Tigers. Had to look twice.
You got to look twice. But I like the way he came up there. He came up there on a mission. He didn't come up there to play around with it. He came there to get down, and that's what's going to happen. You don't want to hurt that leg because you're the punter there, and you're doing a great job. But if you come in there with that kind of tenacity up there to make a hit, you're not going to get hurt. You're going to hurt somebody. Hurt somebody. Put that boogie in the body.
10 minutes and 17 seconds. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network, where the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse are doing battle in the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. We're at Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. Quite an impressive crowd, Ken, on both sides of the field, the Golden Tiger fans and the Maroon Tigers. And, I would say, Ken, that the attendance for this game has increased. Over the years, Morehouse has shown some deficiencies in their attendance level, but today we have a lot of Morehouse Maroon Tigers who have ventured here to Legion Field to witness this contest. And their Maroon Tigers are leading the Golden Tigers by 5. We have a 7-2 contest.
7-2 contest, yes, and it's like it's going to be a scrappy game there. It's going to be in the trenches. You seen the first couple of series where they were just trying to establish the run game good, and it had good plays on both sides with the run game. The quarterback been exceptional for Morehouse on them scoring, Frank. And if there was other than a goof for the special teams on their part, but that was a good heads-up play to settle for the 2 as opposed to putting in a position to get 6 or get 7 points. So that's great. Good coaching, and the game's going to get better. It's going to be tight because it's definitely a dogfight.
Both teams.
Or the fight of the Golden Tigers.
How about that? The battle of the Cats.
Battle of the Cats. That sounds good.
Here we go. Here's the play. Live action. Morehouse setting it up. Has receivers 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, and quarterback Michael Sims is getting ready to put the ball in play. 7-2 is your score, 10-17 in the second quarter. Frank Lee, Mike Side, along with Ken Woodard from Legion Field. The Maroon Tigers, RPO, have a man in motion, and they give it off again to the young man that we've seen quite a bit all day long today, Ernest Davis. Davis will take it to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the Morehouse 41.
Yes, I like that, and that was Kobe Mitchell on the tackle there.
Here's a play, 2nd down and 6. Ernest Davis takes it up the gut, and he is going to be swarmed by a cadre of white jerseys, Ken.
Exactly. That was a great job, great heads-up play. And you got some rocking them socking football going up there in that front line up there. Them guys just mixing it up, helmet to helmet, head to head, and just playing straight blood alley football.
1st down for the Maroon Tigers. Ball is on the 48-yard line of Morehouse. Michael Sims has a man in motion. Sims with that RPO again, and it's working for the Tigers. The Maroon Tigers are moving the ball vigorously in Golden Tiger territory. The ball will be marked inside of the 40. It's going to be marked around the 39-yard line, but they're in Golden Tiger territory. 8:59, Ken, 7-2 is your score. Golden Tigers have scored with a safety, Morehouse with a touchdown and a PAT. Here's the play. Sims gives it again to Ernest Davis again, and Davis will get it inside. He'll pick up 2 yards on that play, and Morehouse is having no difficulty at all moving the ball.
No, they coming right up the gut there, and I'm looking forward to Coach Powell there putting them guys in them gaps and so that you can kind of slow them Maroon Morehouse Tigers slow them up a little bit better right now because they're not getting it right now playing heads up.
2nd down and 7. Ball is on the Tuskegee 36. Sims drops back, rolls to his left, has a receiver. He rolls around and picks up yardage. The Maroon Tigers will take it down to the Golden Tiger 23-yard line. That play good for 13 yards. It'll bring up another 1st down for the Maroon Tigers as they move the chains.
Yes, and you know that hitting the shoulder, Frank, you still got to wrap up. It's old classic football. Classic football. You got to wrap them up. That bump and knock them down is not going to get it, especially when down there where he can get some extra yardage like he did.
Keandre Turner was the receiver on that last play. There's a flag on the field as Ernest Davis is pushed out of bounds around the 9-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Preliminary indications looks as if it may be holding against the Maroon Tigers, but we'll wait and see the final outcome.
Yeah, that's definitely in that rim of where you close to the defender and the blocker right there, where the wide receiver was trying to block a corner. Kenyon Bennett, he's a very aggressive corner. He do a great job. Number 1, Antonio Kenyon. Yeah,
it looked like it was holding, and it is holding. It'll be assessed against the Maroon Tigers. That'll bring a spot back inside of the 28-yard line. Morehouse penalized, and you can't do that, Ken. It always comes back to haunt you.
Kenyon been a workhorse on that corner over there, and he's been doing a great job, and he's not going to be denied that time.
Sims has a receiver, strips to the far side, 1 receiver to the left. Michael Sims throws it, and he actually threw a forward pass and caught it and lost a whole lot of yardage in the process. That's going to place the Maroon Tigers back deep. They will be back with the, let's see, will they'll get that spot. It looks like.
I like that. That was number 4.
It's going to be back to the 49-yard line.
That's DN number 44 D's on that play. I like him coming up there,
it's gonna getting be that
pressure.
50.
I like him putting that pressure on. D's been a good force up front there as they rotate and getting that penetration and getting that pressure. And Frank, and that's what they're going to have to do because the quarterback for Morehouse is doing a great job. But you got to put that pressure on, put that heat on him, slow him up.
Sims has receivers either side, 2nd down and 37. Ball is at midfield, and there's some discussion with the officials on the field as to what that is. We're going to wait and see. With 6 minutes and 27 seconds in the ball game, looks like delay a game against the Maroon Tigers. 5 more yards will be stepped off, and that'll be 2nd down and about 42. With 6:24, the Maroon Tigers lead the Golden Tigers 7-2. 45-yard line is where the ball is. It's on the Morehouse 45, and this drive was brought back to that. Here's that RPO again, and Ernest Davis is going to get the run on that play, and Davis will pick up maybe a yard on that play. He's going to be brought down anywhere, it looks like maybe around the 44, 45-yard line.
Look like Morehouse was really just trying to get out of this one here because they down 42 yards to get a 1st down, Frank, where they would be inside the 20 right now. And then now they're on the backside of the 50. And so they definitely going to have to regroup because the consistency is not there for them to be able to win this game and continue to compete on the level that they're trying to compete on.
Timeout on the field. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is
We're back to live action here in Birmingham, Alabama, where Tuskegee University trails the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse Ken Woodard 7-2, 5:43 in the second quarter. The Maroon Tigers with the football. Michael Sims trip set to the right, two receivers to the left. So back is going to be Ernest Davis. Here is Sims. He finds a man open around midfield, but he will be brought down around the 49-yard line, and that's going to be shy of a first down.
Yes, that's great. That's a great job. Good job by 15 Woody, linebacker, making that tackle on there. Trying to set that screen up and try to get some yardage out there. He could have broke away and did a little damage, but end up good job by Woody making the tackle there. Nice grab.
The Maroon Tigers will punt it off to the Golden Tigers, and back deep for the Golden Tigers will be Valson. We're going to have S. Delavero will be punting it off for Morehouse. He pooches it off, gets a punt off, and it's going to roll inside of the end zone.
There you go. Good job on that. Valson, then, like you say, he lined up at the 10. It bounced on the 5. Let that baby go. Don't try to field that ball, and let it go in the end zone and get that ball on the 25.
5:03 in the second quarter. Morehouse Maroon Tigers 7, Tuskegee University 2. For those of you who have just joined us, Morehouse had a punt snapped over the punter's head, and it gave the Golden Tigers a safety. But Morehouse answered back with a touchdown and a PAT. That brings us to where we are. 7-2 is your score with 5:03 in the second quarter. Ken Woodard, it's been a nice crowd here as the crowd still moves around here in Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. I would say, Ken, right off the bat, that we have increased attendance of this classic, and that was one of the main purposes of bringing this ball game to Birmingham, Alabama. There was some concern about the Morehouse fan base and their attendance level while the game was in Columbus. It gave the Birmingham organization, the city of Birmingham, an opportunity to make a bigger offer and bring that ball game here to Birmingham. You know, that classic had been played in Columbus for over 80 years, and this is the first time it's been here in Legion Field. The game is at night, and you can remember playing as a Golden Tiger at night and possibly during the day too.
I remember that this was a Morehouse Classic. Playing the Morehouse Classic was the game to remember because also the school of Martin Luther King.
Absolutely.
Came through, and we still had the Jet magazine back at that time, Frank. So I made SIC Player of the Week, which is some of the guys that have done that this year for Tuskegee Golden Tigers that made SIC Player of the Week. And it was one of my turning points, a stepping stone to be a competitor and compete consistently for 4 quarters. And what we're seeing right now is on both sides we having some expectancy, but not as much consistency and durability. But I still like the enthusiasm by both sides, Frank, because that determination. Because Morehouse capitalized on a mistake by the Golden Tigers, and I like that. And that's what a winner does, and that's called that competing. That's competitiveness.
5:03 in the second quarter. Birmingham, Alabama is the venue. Legion Field is a playing facility here this afternoon. We're in the second quarter of the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, where the Maroon Tigers have a 5-point edge over the Golden Tigers, 7-2. And Tuskegee will take over first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Williams will call the signals, has receivers either side, one man in the slot. Goodlow and Patterson are your backs. And that's a give. It's to number 10 for the Golden Tigers. That's going to be, Lewis Williams is going to be the quarterback.
Yes, that's great. But I like Morehouse front four. They did a nice little slant pinch in there. So as they ran the trap block, Golden Tigers tried to run that trap block. They wasn't able to make that play for the Golden Tigers to get that extra yardage. But that was a good call by the defense in the front four. Morehouse Tigers did a great job. The Maroon Tigers of Morehouse did a great job on that defense right there, Frank.
Here's the play. Second down and 13. Lewis Williams in for the Golden Tigers, and Lewis is going to spin around, and he's going to find himself on his back. They sacked him, and there was a misdirection on that particular play as the Golden Tigers will push back to the 6-yard line, Ken.
Yes, and we seem like we have a penalty on there as failed. There's a flag on the field. We're going to see what that call is. It's
going to be against the Maroon Tigers, fortunately for the Golden Tigers. I didn't understand him. Can you interpret it for me, Ken? What did he say?
Maroon Tigers was offsides, so gave it 5 yards for the repeat of second down.
Okay, 5 yards from the initial point of the line of scrimmage.
That is correct.
It's going to bring up second down and 8 for the Tigers. The ball is on the 22-yard line for the Golden Tigers, and Lewis Williams is going to be in for the Golden Tigers. Goodlow and Patterson are your backs. Receivers split to the near and far side, and Patterson was the intended receiver. The Maroon Tigers are thinking it was a live ball, and I think it's going to be blown dead. It was incomplete pass.
It's blown. But, that's sometimes when the acting come in there, you got to fake it till you make it.
Is that theatrical performance?
Theatrical performance there, You got to give them credit. They trying to, if they can get it to happen, and they got it to happen.
Well, Ken,
we see we
there
got
was a reverse. There was a reverse on that call. The officials
Let's see what the replay
had
is.
a second. They looked at the replay, and I guess he was behind. Was he behind the line of scrimmage, or what happened?
He was behind the quarterback.
Well, they give it to the Maroon Tigers in a costly turnover for the Golden Tigers. The officials rule it a fumble on the field, and Morehouse takes over first and 10. The ball is on the Tuskegee 17-yard line. Not good
Just like
for the Golden Tigers. And just like that, Morehouse ends up with the football. They'll have it first and 10 from the 17. Got a play off, and it got nowhere. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Well, 9. They got a yard, second and 9.
And, we have a play like that, Frank. The defense come out there and say, hey, just like we turned it over there, we can get that ball right back to our offense. Don't worry about the spilled milk. Just try to make a play right now, because you're only as good as your last play, and this is a play coming up right here. They can turn that totally around where it won't even be a thought anymore.
Sims stands back, has receivers 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Sims calls his own number, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, he cut them ankles on there. Sam's got that ankle on there. You got to watch them ankle hits. Get to them ankles, boy. That's a tender area there, Frank.
2 minutes and 54 seconds in the second quarter. Morehouse 7, Tuskegee 2. We're in the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic from Birmingham's Legion Field, the first venue of this game, as Birmingham has taken over the venue for the Classic. 2:38. The Maroon Tigers have the football. Sims, southpaw, drops back. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It was one
well,
of
those zones were open, Ken. Great defensive effort. It could have very well gone the other way, but great coverage by the Golden Tigers. That's going to bring up 4th and 6, and obviously they're going to try a field goal.
That's great, yeah. But we're gonna see that play again, Frank, because that was a good timing route. And Sims got the nice little rifle. I like the way he tried to drill that in there. He tried to slip it in there. If you ain't looking, you got your head up right there. Before you know it, that ball could be in there, and that could have been a nice play for the Maroon Tigers.
Fernando S. De La Mora will do the PAT for the Maroon Tigers. It'll be about a 33-yard, and it's going to be blocked. It will be blocked, and Tuskegee will take it over 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line.
There you go, and it's just like it never did happen. Even though you had the turnover, it's like it never did happen. The defense came through again. Offense come out, finish this game up, finish this half up, get in the locker room, get your do's and don'ts, your wills and wants, and put them together. And we're going to have a exciting next half as well. It's been a knuckle grinder. We got some guys out there doing some good hitting. The guys are flying around. I love it when the cats fly around. And we also got the kicker, the punter, Duff, flying around making tackles.
Again, we have a visitor who's going to bring us good luck in the press box. Trustee Douglas Chambers is here, and he's going to bring us good luck, Ken. With 2:27 to go in the contest, 7-2 is your score. Here's Lewis Williams, gives again. New back in the ball game, that's Tarion. Back again, that's going to be Tarion Taylor. Back again, first time we've seen the young man since game 1, Ken. He's back with bursting speed for the Golden Tigers.
And that's that 1-2 punch that Coach Slater always loved to have, a different type of back. And now with Tarion Taylor, that defense got to get used to a different type of slashing back and quick back as well. When you had Devontae Patterson, that was that north and south runner. Now you got a slasher in there that's very elusive.
Quarterback Lewis Williams has receivers either side. Taylor and Patterson are your backs. Here's the play. Lewis fires out, has a man open. It's going to be caught for a Golden Tiger first down. Move the chains, first down. Tuskegee University.
Let's work that 2-minute drill like we know what we're doing out there. Good job, Hodges. You're a leader out there. This is your senior year. You're a 1,000-yard reception receiver. Make your lead out there, make your calls out there, and learn how to make some plays in the last 2 minutes of the second half.
Here's Lewis Williams, drops back, has time, unloads it, has a man open. It's going to be caught inside of the 14-yard line, and just like that, Golden Tigers are inside the 12-yard line. Steve Hodges, the wide receiver out of Park Crossing High School out of Montgomery, Alabama, has brought some excitement in this ball game.
And just for the listeners too, Frank, you got to see he's looking over his head with that one right there, and I love the way that's that concentrating and still kept his speed. And when the defender was trying to look at it, he couldn't get there because he had to slow up, and Hodges kept his speed and accelerated. I like that. That's an experienced wide receiver.
Well, I told you Trustee Chambers is going to bring us some good luck. So he stepped down in the press box, and we need to have Doug to come visit us more often.
Good to see you. Have you on here, Doug.
7-2 is your score. Let's pause again. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language. And she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
We're back live in Birmingham, Alabama, where the Golden Tigers have struck late in the second quarter. Here's the play. Lewis Williams fires it out, has a man open, and it's going to be incomplete. Good call, pass interference. It'll be 1st and goal for the Golden Tigers.
You got to get that head around. You don't get that head around, baby, you can't do it. You can't do it. If you got this head around, we just had it before. The guy got his head around, lost his footing. They didn't call no pass interference. This guy, he waving his arms with his head not around. You ain't breaking on the ball. You're deflecting the view of the wide receiver. You can't do that.
Lewis Williams comes in and threads the needle for the Golden Tigers. He found Stephen Hodges, the young man out of Park Crossing High School out of Montgomery, Alabama. Williams to Hodges. I'm sorry, that's going to be number 5. Did I give you the correct name? Yeah, Steve Hodges.
Steve Hodges.
Yeah, Williams to
a
Hodges.
1,000-yard receiver there.
He is.
He got that big 1,000 on. He got that 1K.
It's going to be marked on the 10-yard line as the Golden Tigers operate from the red zone. Receivers split to the right. Double tight end set for the Golden Tigers. Here's Lewis. Tarion Taylor gets the give, and Taylor is going to be pushed out. He may lose a yard on that play. He was trying to turn that corner, but had a little difficulty as he faced the Maroon Tigers. It's going to be marked on the 13. He'll lose 3 on that play.
That's the Maroon Tigers. They had a good. They slanted to the short side of the field and was able to get some leverage over there, and it just wasn't any run for them to run. No real estate to run on at all.
They were trying to show a little blitz there, Ken, but I guess the read from Lewis Williams was to pitch it out to Tarion Taylor. Here's a play. 2nd down and 13. The ball is on the 13-yard line. Lewis Williams comes in to replace Bryson Williams. 7-2 is your score. 109 remains in the second quarter of this contest, and Lewis Williams is going to talk things over with his Golden Tiger offense. We're possibly taking a TV break. ESPN Plus is also broadcasting this game, paid for view. Second down for the Tigers. 2nd down and 13. The ball is on the 13-yard line of the Maroon Tigers. Golden Tigers threatening, knocking at the door. Lewis Williams replaces Bryson Williams, has receivers either side. Backs are going to be Tarion Taylor, and he's going to be joined back in the backfield with number 20 for the Golden Tigers. It's going to be Hall. Man in motion. Here's Lewis. Fires it out. Has a man open in the 5. Here's Hodges. Hodges dances down. He drops the ball inside of the 1-yard line. And will he have possession, Ken? When he did have possession, or did he have possession?
He did have possession, and I like it.
They're going to give him a spot. Good mark.
Make him miss. Freeze his feet, and get yours moving. And then he took another lick from the side, but that was good. But he got that extra yardage. And don't let that first defender get you down.
They're going to mark it on the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal for the Tigers. Lewis Williams gives it up to Tarion Taylor, and Taylor scampers into he'll maybe get it down to the 2.
Yes, indeed. And you know that's that bread and butter coming up in that gut, baby. You got to come
Ken,
up in that bread and butter.
You know, there's a young man over there, big running back. His name is Goodlow, and I'll bet you $1 to a dime that Goodlow is going to come in this contest.
It's something about a big, thick fullback boy that just hey, he's the man you want to order up when you going inside the 10.
Well, it's 46 seconds to go in the second quarter. Golden Tigers trail by 5. It's a 7-2 contest. Tuskegee got a safety earlier in the first quarter of the ball game. Morehouse answered with a touchdown and a PAT, and neither team has gotten on the scoreboard since that last Morehouse touchdown. But the Golden Tigers have the ball 4th and goal, and we will see what Willie Slater will dial up at this point, Ken.
Yeah, we got three yards of real estate we need to get in there to finish off this half before we go in there for the halftime. And I love for him to go inside, but you know he got some receivers outside that can take a nice fade route, and the timing pattern is great time to do right now because Bryson is a great quarterback and he done rifled it in there a couple of times to make a great throw.
Willie Slater is going to be a riverboat gambler here, Ken. 4th and 3, 46 ticks on the clock. This will make and break before the second half of this ball game. Double tight end set. 2 receivers split either side. 4th and 3. Here's the play. Lewis Williams under center for the Golden Tigers, and Williams drops back, has to touchdown.
Oh, you love it. You gotta love
Tigers, touchdown Tuskegee. Golden Tigers strike for the first time on a TD in this contest.
You love that misdirection, and that tight end going to the tight end for the touchdown. That misdirection, and they took Terrion Taylor all the way. They bit all the way on the fullback. That play action to the fullback, great look, great form, great timing, and dropped that right off to the tight end.
Alexander Mitchell on a Lewis Williams touchdown. Brian Duff.
Now that's textbook. That's straight out the playbook.
Here's a PAT. It's up, and it's good. Tuskegee University takes over the league 9-7 with 42 seconds before halftime. That's the kind of Golden Tiger football, Ken, that the fans love to hear about and love to see here in Legion Field here in Birmingham.
That's textbook football. You got to love it.
Well, Tuskegee will take it over 9-7. They take a 2-point advantage. They trail by 2. They trail by actually 5. And now we have a 9-7 ball game. And let's pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry.
Okay, we're back live here as Morehouse receives the Tuskegee University kickoff. The Maroon Tigers return it to the 28-yard line, 34 ticks before halftime, Ken. Tuskegee out front by 2. We have a 9-7 ball game.
Yes, it's going to be a nail-biter. I mean, we the last couple of games, Frank, we had the fans to stay to the end, to the last 2 minutes because we still making plays out there. And I like what Coach Slater did on this drive. We had a chance to get the offense back out there, and he put that ball up in the air and got the aerial attack going again.
1st and 10. Michael Sims has receivers, twins to the left and to the right. Sims on a long count, drops back to southpaw, has time. He wants to throw it. He throws it out of bounds. Nobody home, kid.
Nobody's home. Yeah. Now, that could be a penalty because there was no receiver over there, so that was deliberate throw out of bounds. But we'll leave that one alone. We ain't going to worry about that. That's 27 seconds to go.
27 seconds before halftime. Golden Tigers out front 9-7. 2nd and 10. The ball is on the 30-yard line of the Maroon Tigers. They trail the Golden Tigers 9-7 in the first Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Legion Field. Change of venue this year. First time the Tigers, the Maroon ones, and the Golden ones have met here in Birmingham. Quarterback Sims throws long, overthrows his receiver. He looked for his receiver around the 45-yard line, and it's incomplete.
Yes, you got to love it. Good coverage by the secondary, by the corner. He did a great job. He's over there tooting his horn a little bit with his hands behind his back like, hey, I ain't got to touch him. I just cover him like a blanket. Good job on that by the corner over there.
3rd down and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. Ball is on the 30-yard line of Morehouse. 21 ticks before halftime. Golden Tigers 9, Morehouse 7. Here in the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. Quarterback Sims has receivers 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Sims, southpaw, drops back in the pocket, throws, looks for a man, finds him at midfield, and the Maroon Tigers get it to midfield. It'll be a first down. Receiving that ball for the Maroon Tigers was number 11, Sean Strickland. Picks up a first down from quarterback Sims. Maroon Tigers get a chance to move the chains. First down, Morehouse.
Move the chains. That was a good play by Kobe Mitchell to make that tackle on that one. He was a great defender on the play previously. I see Coach Powell getting out there. He letting some of the guys know that don't worry about that. It's 12 seconds left. Don't let them get the big play. Don't let them get in field goal range. And so we're going to have a little time out there, Frank. But this is the time where you can let them get their underneath passes, but you can't let them get nothing deep to put them in field goal range.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
We're back live in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. 9-7 is your score. Golden Tigers out front by 3. Michael Sims with Morehouse with the ball. Sims evades 2, calls his own number. Sims on a run, and he gets it down to the 28-yard line of the Golden Tigers. He'll pick up a first down, and it'll be good for about 13 yards. Maroon Tigers, Ken, will have time maybe for 1, maybe 2 plays with 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Your score, Tuskegee University 9, Morehouse 7. You're listening to Tuskegee University Golden Tiger football on the Tuskegee Digital Network from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes, they try to see if they can get
field goal range. Kick a field goal.
See what they get.
Estamelayer in to do a field goal. It's a 45-yard attempt. It's up, and it is good.
It's good.
And
he
just
put
like
put
that,
enough leg in it. That was good.
Morehouse kicks the field goal, and we have a 10-9 ball game with 2 seconds to go before halftime. Morehouse strikes back with a field goal with 2 seconds left. We have a Morehouse lead by 1. And these classics, Ken, you can throw the records out of the windows, because when these teams meet, classics like this one, the oldest HBCU classic, the granddaddy of them all, it's a rivalry. It's competition. And both teams come pumped up. Both teams come with a lot of spunk and a lot of play. And, it can go either way, Ken.
This is Tuskegee Morehouse Classic football. This is it. And you gotta love it. It's gonna be a nail biter. And like you say, the guys are playing some of the best games they're gonna play this year, or in their career, or in a lifetime, will be this game right here today. And so when the guys come out there thinking about that, they're playing this historic classic game. You want to make sure that you do represent yourself very well in the university, as well as Morehouse and Maroon Tigers trying to represent themselves well. And that was a pretty good job with it. He put some leg in it. I didn't think he was tall enough to put that much leg in it, but he did put the leg in it, and that was a good job. But then again, that's a pride thing, Frank.
2 seconds to go before halftime. 10-9 is your score. Morehouse out by 1. And Tuskegee will take it over with 2 seconds to go, Ken. It will be 1st and 10, and they'll mark the ball. Let's see where we'll get the official spot. It'll be on the well, there's some discussion. Looks like they'll mark it. He'll spot it. Looks like around the 35-yard line.
That's generally when that kick goes out of bounds, Frank, like that, they get
It
to
goes
get
to the 35.
35.
It's going to go to the 35.
Yes.
That's pretty much obvious. 35-yard line is the spot. 2 seconds to go. Golden Tigers take over. Maybe we'll have time for one play, and he'll probably either just let time elapse, and I think that's what they're going to basically do, Ken. Just let the time run out. Don't take any chances, no unexpected turnovers. They're just going to let the clock expire. At the end of the first half, Morehouse 10, Tuskegee 9. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
We're back live, and Roy Evans, our producer, thank you for joining me as we get ready to kick off the second half of this contest. And Roy, I want to thank you and the network and Jeremiah Broadcasting for all you have done to help us make Tuskegee University football a reality this year.
Well, listen, it is our pleasure. We have worked with Tuskegee when we had our contract with the SIAC for years. It is an honor and a privilege to work with your university, and we're going to do whatever we can. Of course, we are here to promote and push HBCU sports, and why not work with one of the most prestigious universities in the country.
Well, you do a very fantastic job, Roy, and we want to just publicly thank you for being a part of the Tuskegee Digital Network, and we look forward to big things. Here's the kickoff. Morehouse kicks it off to the Golden Tigers. Valson will take it inside the 10, the 15, the 20, and he's brought down, Roy, around the 22-yard line, and Golden Tigers will set up and operate 1st and 10 from the 22.
Well, you know, Mr. Day, I think one of the things that they're coming back into the second half and looking at the things that they need to do, they really need to settle in and just get some consistency. They've been able to move the ball and get there. They've had a couple of big plays, but just staying consistent at one of those things and making them happen. Either you run it, you throw it, but just get out there and try to impose your will a little bit more.
Roy, let me make one correction. Frank is fine. We don't need all that Mr. Handle, you know.
All right, I got it.
10-9 is your score. Golden Tigers out the chute. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Here's quarterback Lewis Williams in for the Golden Tigers. Has a man in motion. That RPO and Patterson on a spin move. Roy gets it to the 25-yard line. It will be 2nd down for the Golden Tigers. They'll spot it somewhere in the vicinity of the 24-yard line.
They were lucky to get that.
20. It's going to be 24. Go ahead.
They were lucky to get that off. That was a low snap, and the quarterback was able to pick it up and get it into the hands of the running back without any mishaps.
2nd down and 6. Golden Tigers with the football from their own 24-yard line. Here's Lewis Williams, and Williams has a bad exchange, Roy. Looks like it might have been a busted play as Lewis kind of fell on the football.
Number 25 for Morehouse came in on a blitz and was able to get a hand on Lewis's foot, and that's what tripped him up.
11:55, third quarter action. Morehouse out front by 1, 10-9 ball game. Golden Tigers with the football, 3rd down and 11. Lewis Williams sends receivers, twins, to the left and right. Patterson in the backfield with him. That's going to be Goodlow, rather. That's going to be Patterson, rather. Lewis drops it. Roy, there's another busted play again. Something is going wrong there. The same thing that happened. It's going to put the Golden Tigers, going to force them, rather, to punt the football off to the Maroon Tigers.
Yeah, and that play, number 15 came shooting through that same gap that number 25 came through the last play and was able to just lock the quarterback up. And that's like I said, they've got to get a little bit of consistency.
That's what the Tigers are going to have to develop. Ryan Duff will punt it from his own 1-yard line. Duff, who's the SIAC Special Teams Player of the Week. It's going to be taken inside of the 50, and he is going to find himself the punt returner down, Roy, on the 45-yard line of the Golden Tigers.
And I just want to let everybody know I am not in any way looking at or planning on replacing Mr. Ken Woodard. He had to go handle some things with ESPN. They wanted to talk to the NFL player from back in the day. So I'm going to be handing this mic back over to him soon.
Well, Roy, we thank you. We thank you. You have been a very integral part behind the scenes of this broadcast at Tuskegee Digital Network. We've had a lot of challenges this year, but we've been able to overcome them, and thank you for pitch hitting in for Ken.
Not a problem. Take care.
12:47, third quarter action. 10-9 is your score, and the Maroon Tigers are going to find themselves back about 3 or 4 yards, and we're going to have President Dr. Morris to come join us briefly. Ken, if you help her with the microphone, we'll talk about that and in between plays. Dr. Morris has been a busy lady here in Birmingham. She's been on the field, and you can just you don't have to mess your hair up, Dr. Morris. You can just talk through that. We are glad to have Dr. Morris. How does the ball game look for you thus far?
Well, we are a little slow right now, but we're improving. We're improving.
Well, you know, Golden Tigers are going to improve. This is a very important game. As we said earlier, records don't mean anything. It's a very classic setting. First time we've been in Birmingham for this classic. How's it been thus far?
It's been a great experience for all of us here in Birmingham. The activities have been great. We've been able to connect with a number of individuals, and we look forward to the continuation of the partnership, and we hope to pull our Columbus group in with this partnership as it moves forward.
Well, as we were breaking Morehouse through an incomplete pass, and Dr. Morris, it's been a pleasure to have you. We know you have been busy. We're going to let you go back to the suite and enjoy the football game, but your final comments to our friends and alumni throughout the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Indeed, I just want to say greetings to all of our Tigers, and especially the Golden Tigers in Tuskegee land. Greetings to all of you and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Charlotte P. Morris, for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have our president with us. And it looks like the ball will be downed on the 1 yard line. And just like that, the Golden Tigers will take it over. 1st and 10, Ken Woodard from the 1 yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers from the 1. And the Golden Tigers will have their backs against the wall as they take over. Ken, you missed it. Golden Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 1 yard line.
Oh, yeah. What can you say, Frank? It's the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Birmingham. We're having a great time. It's beautiful. I'm glad you got a chance to talk to our illustrious president, Dr. Charlotte P. Morris, for going for one Tuskegee. I really appreciate that. And I was down with ESPN, but I had to let them know that Black College Sports Network is helping us out, is doing a great job for us here as well, Frank. And I really like the direction that we're going in, and the same direction that our Tuskegee Golden Tigers is going in, Frank, as they go into the mid-season form. And we coming out of this game, and the score right now is 10-9.
Game 6.
Game 6.
Yeah, we travel next week to Ohio, play Central State, and the longest road trip in the 2021 schedule, Ken. We look forward to traveling northernly, and that's the longest road trip game that we'll have in the 2021 season. Then we'll be back home, Ken, for.
And Frank, you know what's good about us this trip is I have no homework. I won't be carrying any books with me to class to get that diploma.
Last time we went to Central State, Ken Woodard was a graduating senior, and I can tell everybody, and this is common knowledge, he did his homework.
Yes,
I can witness it.
It was not an honorary degree.
No, he earned that degree in building science,
yes.
And he was doing his homework on that Friday night when we got to Ohio, and now he is a proud graduate of Tuskegee University after a number of years, a very productive career in the NFL, but he came back home and got his degree, and that's something that a lot of people don't do, Ken.
Yes, and it's classes like this that make you feel special, make you want to do something that you have never done before and push yourself to the next level. And when I was speaking with Tyrone Poole and James Everett up there with ESPN, is that the Classic brings out the best in both teams. Even though Morehouse is just 0-5, it does not represent that on the field. You got some great effort by both sides of the field.
Speaking about bringing out the best, the Golden Tigers are going to have to bring out their best offensive product now as they have it 1st and 10 from the 1 yard line. Here's the play. Lewis Williams unloads it. It's intended for number 17. That's going to be Jamal Pritchard. And Pritchard had his receiver beat a little bit overthrown, and we'll see that play again.
We'll see that play again. It was one, and that was something that happened against Fort Valley that we had opportunity to get it open, but we just couldn't get that timing right. but we'll see that play again. And Jamal Pritchard been doing some great things and great plays for us, getting that ball downfield.
2nd down and 10. The ball is on the 1-yard line. 11:04 in the third quarter. Tuskegee 9, Morehouse 10. As the Golden Tigers operate from the 1, and the give is to Patterson, and Patterson may step up to the 2 possibly, but Morehouse certainly was there to stop him, and they have their red zone defense in effect.
When you got them pinned down like that, Frank, you know more maroon. The Maroon Tigers are definitely going with the gap. They gapping everything. They putting 8 in the box, 9 in the box, and trying to get that penetration to get a fumble, get a turnover real quick as possible.
3rd and 9. The ball is on the 2-yard line. Lewis Williams has receivers either side. Lewis drops back, has time, gets in a crowd, and he wanted to throw it but couldn't get it off. He stepped up to maybe the 4-yard line, and that's going to bring in Ryan Duff. And Duff is going to have to punt the Golden Tigers out of this end zone 2-yard situation.
And that was a great job because he actually had to get out of the end zone so it wouldn't be a safety back there, which we had against which we got from Morehouse for our first 2 points of the game.
Duff stands on the out line of the end zone. He's going to punt it off to the Maroon Tigers. Ryan had an outstanding week punting the ball last week. Duff gets it off. It's going to be taken around the 40. It's going to bounce inside of the 49. It'll land on the 50-yard line, and your man, the long snapper, was in to down that ball on the midfield logo.
Fuentes, number 21. But number 1 in your heart, that long snapper, he does a great job of that consistency that you look for is what he's been doing for the last three to 4 years. We had a year off last year, but before then he was a great asset of being consistent out there for the special teams.
Well, Ken, there's a lot of excitement in the SIAC West today as couple games. We had some scores earlier. We'll try to go over some of them. Hold on just 1 second here.
You gotta love it, Frank, while you getting the stats and the scores. I want to say the crowd has not left. The halftime show was excellent. I really have been enjoying this the Morehouse Classic.
Well, I want to give you some of those scores while we're talking.
Give us the score.
Final, Fort Valley State 35, Central State, in which we go and visit in Ohio next week. 35-14, Fort Valley the winner. Final, Albany State 30, Edward Waters 0, Kentucky State 49, Lane 14. Big SWAC game, Jackson State. Coach Prime and the Jackson State Tigers defeated Alabama A&M 61-15. Alabama State 35. Alabama State 35, Arkansas Pine Bluff 15. So Alabama State pulled that one out. Final, Benedict 24, Miles 21. Benedict defeated Miles today. And updated on the Texas A&M Alabama game, it's 24-10. And this was the last updated around the second quarter with 1:43. So I'm sure that game has changed some since we got this particular score. But we're in an SIAC battle, a must game for the Golden Tigers and the Maroon Tigers to sustain some sustainability in the SIAC West. Golden Tigers and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College are battling here in the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic here in Birmingham. 9:28 in the third. Morehouse 10, Tuskegee 9. Morehouse with the football. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball is at midfield. And here's the give again. It goes to that guy who we've called his number all day long. That's going to be Ernest Davis for the Maroon Tigers. Davis on the carry, picks up about 3 yards on that play. And that'll bring up second down. Let's see where they'll mark it.
He's a nice little power back there. He's back there. Davis has been doing a great job
Second and 4.
pushing those legs, keeping those legs moving.
Sims has men in motion. Second and 4. Ball is on the 44-yard line of the Golden Tigers. And Ernest Davis, the ball carrier again. He gets it back, maybe back to the line of scrimmage again.
Yes, you like that. That was something they did in the first half to get that score, Frank, is they used the double motion and then run the opposite of the double motion to try to do a misdirect. But it didn't work that time. That's a good sign of the second half adjustments where the plays that work in the first half doesn't work in the second half.
8 minutes and 22 seconds. Third quarter action, 3rd and 3 for the Maroon Tigers. And great read by the Golden Tigers. Sims was sacked there by the Golden Tigers. On that sack was number 9, Hamilton. I'm sorry, that's going to be Jonathan Monteville for the Golden Tigers. That's a new name in there.
Was that number 9? Or?
Well, let me make sure.
Looks like Hamilton. He's been a force to reckon with off that defensive end.
Hamilton.
He coming off that corner pretty good. I like the way he come off there and getting some penetration backside.
Morehouse in punt formation, back deep for the Golden Tigers. It's going to take a Golden Tiger Morehouse roll, and Morehouse is saying they are coming up with the football. Candy,
and that would be something a misread by one of our punt returners coming back to block. If the
ball hit him,
if the punt returner is not going for it, he's getting away from it. You got to call away to get.
And Morehouse, just like that, gets the football back. Kind of recapitulate and tell our fans what happened, Ken.
There you go. When you start calling away, you got to get away from that ball, and then and then sometimes that ball will bounce and take a weird bounce, and that way it looks like it turned and bounced towards one of our guys.
Players, bounced off him. Yeah,
bounced off of him. With him not being aware, sometimes you don't have to worry about making the block. You just got to get away. And the away call, or hot call.
And Morehouse gets the football back in perfect field position. It's 1st and 10 from the Golden Tigers 23. Sims unloads the football. The intended receiver was one of his second. It was a receiver that's going to be number 5 for Morehouse. Marquise Pride was the intended receiver and couldn't get a handle on the Sims pass. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And recapitulating what happened, the Golden Tigers were in punt reception mode, if you will, Ken. And the ball punt return mode, and the ball bounced off, and Morehouse got possession, and they have the football just like that. 2nd down and 10. Here's Ernest Davis again, and Davis bulldozes his way down to the 15-yard line. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on that play. And it is going to be not good enough for a first down, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. 7:07, 10-9 ball game. Maroon Tigers on a Golden Tiger turnover have the ball. 3rd and 3 on the 16-yard line of Tuskegee University. Sims calling signals, has receivers either side. Sims gives it to Ernest Davis. Davis eludes 1, 2, 3. Davis rolls down to the 1, Ken. He spins around and works his way down to the 1.
Great job, great second effort. He penetrated, he hit through that hole, break an arm tackle, then spins and breaks another tackle by our Kobe Mitchell, our nickel defense, win our nickel defense.
Here's a play. And just like that, Ernest Davis squeezes through, and from 4 yards out, Morehouse is back on the scoreboard, 16-9, as your score is Ernest Davis scampered in for a Morehouse touchdown.
And he's been a great workhorse, Frank, and he's doing the job as the workhorse as well. He's getting that yardage, getting that impossible yardage, and that second and third effort that he's putting in there is getting that extra yardage that they need to keep that drive alive.
S. Delamore in to do the PAT for the Maroon Tigers. Delamore's PAT is up and it's good. Morehouse, just like that, we have a 17-9 ball game as the Maroon Tigers, Ken, took strong advantage over a Golden Tiger turnover on the punt return. Morehouse got possession of the ball and ended up with the football, and they marched in for a touchdown, and we have a 17-9 ball game. And let's pause again for a commercial on the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield, never not working.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty.
We're back live in Birmingham, Alabama. Frank Lee, Ken Woodard in the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, where the Maroon Tigers have found themselves back on the scoreboard. We have a 17-9 ball game with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in this ball game. Ken, and I can recall last time we played Morehouse in Columbus, it was a back-and-forth contest, and these teams always in this classic play each other competitively.
Very competitive. Yes, that was. I think we had 3 overtimes or 2.5 overtimes.
Yeah.
You know, and making the plays in the end zone. Second and third effort, like I say. And, you know, Morehouse got a break when Tuskegee Golden Tigers made a mishap on his special teams with the punt returner blocker not getting away from the ball. And they capitalized on that, which is a good job by Morehouse, you know, because even though they're 0-5, you know, you can see they have the capacity to win and the capacity to make plays and commit all the way.
Fernando S. Delamora kicks it off for the Maroon Tigers. Back deep for the Golden Tigers. It's going to be taken up front by one of the Hands team members, number 81, and they'll return the ball. Golden Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, and returning that kickoff was going to be Garrison Hand. He's listed as a wide receiver on special teams for the Golden Tigers. Well, Ken, 17-9 is your score, and you were about to say what?
I was saying it's about time we see our other favorite tight end, which is 88, O'Neal.
That's right.
He come out there. He was a big force for us against Clark on a couple of passes. Alexander Mitchell made his pass on the
Travion O'Neal is an outstanding ball player for the Golden Tigers. He's a good target for either quarterback Williams. Here's a play. It's up to Patterson. Patterson spins inside. He'll take it to the 35, picks up about 4 yards on that play for the Golden Tigers. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Ball will be marked. We'll see where the spot will go. It'll be spotted on the 34. Golden Tigers have receivers split to the left and to the right. Backs for the Tigers. It's going to be Taylor and Patterson. Quarterback Lewis Williams. The give is to Patterson. Bursting run for Avante. He gets it inside of the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on that play, Ken. He's going to be about a yard shy of a 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 5:39 in the third quarter.
And he made that, Frank, he made that strong safety, made him pay for tackling him. Patterson, he jug left, jug right, then just dropped that shoulder and took him like Walter Payton used to do back in the day. Drop that shoulder on him and make him pay to hit you. Good job by
Third
Patterson.
down and 2. Lewis Williams gives to Avante, easily picks up a first down. He'll take it to the 48-yard line. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it takes it. It's going to be around the, what will they mark it, Ken? Looks like around the 45.
45, yes, it is. And,
right around the logo, the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic logo. Right at midfield on the logo.
I like the way Patterson had to come out of there and stretch his legs a little bit and let Torian Taylor do his little magic with a different type of runner.
First and 10.
The same drive.
From the 45-yard line. Receivers either side. Here's Taylor. Taylor, the little bursting rung, a little scat back. You know, Ken, I was going through some old Golden Tiger sound bites from October of 1991. And Big Jim Martin was the head football coach at Tuskegee University. We were playing Clark, Atlanta, and there was a young man about his same size, Howard Rodman, was a running back then for the Golden Tigers. He was back in the backfield with another Golden Tiger, Brian Gary, who's a very successful surgeon in Montgomery, Alabama now, and that brought back a lot of memories. Here's a play. It's good. He throws it out to his wide receiver, number 83 for the Golden Tigers, Kenyon Webb. And Webb easily picks up a Golden Tiger first down. Williams to Webb. It will be marked on the, on the 40-yard line of Morehouse Maroon Tigers.
That's
Webb to Williams, a great combination, puts the Golden Tigers in perfect field position.
That was a great play, great execution.
First and 10. Here's Lewis. Gives it to Patterson. Patterson turns the corner, but he slips and falls, and he's going to be it's going to be brought back maybe for a yard or two. Could not turn the corner, slipped, lost his footing, Ken. It's to bring up second down, and we'll see what the spot will go. Second and 12. He lost 2 yards. It's going to be marked on the 42-yard line. Second down and 12. Ball on the 42-yard line of the Maroon Tigers. Lewis Williams has receivers either side, 2 to his right, 1 to the far side. Here's Lewis, drops back, sets up, evades a rush. Lewis slides, and he's going to lose a few yards, but he gets it back down to the 45, and it was a misdirection in that play, and Lewis turned it up and slid down to the 45. And it'll be marked, looks like on the 48-yard line of the Maroon Tigers. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18, a loss of yards for the Golden Tigers. Heavy penetration from that Morehouse defense.
And a great, that's like sometimes you say, Frank, it's a coverage sack. It's, the secondary is doing a great job. Quarterback had nowhere to throw the ball, and so he tried to elude and get upfield and wasn't able to do that because the rush was coming up front. That was a great overall effort by the defense.
Here's Lewis, drops back as a pass. Lewis has time, has protection. Lewis throws long, has a man open. It's going to be off the fingertips of number 5, Steve Hodges, and it bounced off his pads inside of the 12-yard line. Great defensive effort by the Maroon Tigers. Taylor Harris was in to break that pass up for the Maroon Tigers, and number 7, Ryan Duff, the punter, will be in to punt it off for the Golden Tigers. He'll punt it from his own 36-yard line. Back deep for the Maroon Tigers is number 5, Marquise Pride. Pride will stand on his own 10-yard line to receive the Ryan Duff punt.
Okay.
Here's Duff. Punt pooches it over, kicks it directly to Marquise. It'll roll, and it'll roll on down. It'll be down around the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. Ken Woodard from the Morehouse 8.
Yes, indeed. And it kind of reminded me of some of the receivers we had come through here. Frank, as Hodges had a chance, but when in the deflection with everybody going for the ball, he kind of lost focus on it. But that's when they tell you always go for your hands to grab it, and it got all the way to his body if he had his hands on it. And I know he wished he had that one back. That's what that one's going to eat him. It's going to hunt him again. I don't think you'll see that from him too many times.
Ken, I didn't tell you, the offensive coordinator for Morehouse is a former Golden Tiger, Harry Williams. You know, I was telling you about that earlier this week. Maroon Tigers, Sims moves it to the 15-yard line. Harry Williams, the offensive coordinator for Morehouse, and had an outstanding career as a Golden Tiger at Tuskegee University. Played wide receiver. I remember doing games when he played at Tuskegee. Minute 17 to go in the third. Morehouse 17, Tuskegee 9. Sims gives it to Ernest Davis, and Davis takes the give. He may get it back to the line of scrimmage, but he was met heavily by a host of white jerseys, and Tuskegee said nowhere to go, Ernest Davis. 55 clicks and ticks on the clock as we end up the third. Morehouse has a 17-9 advantage over the Golden Tigers. Quarterback Sims has the receivers to the near and the far side, split to the left and the right. Ernest Davis is the back, has a man in motion, 2 men in motion on a long count, 10 seconds on the 25-second clock. Looks like it expired.
Looks like it. But that was a good call. I mean, and then I can see that.
Like delay a game. No? Somebody moved. Number 58 kind of got over anxious on that Morehouse line. It's going to be 5 yards stepped off.
You got that
against
dog.
the Tigers. It's going to be third down for 3rd and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. 30 ticks
Them four
before
horsemen
the
up
third
front.
quarter. Yes, you're right.
Frank, those four horsemen up front got the boys nervous up there because they coming.
Sims has receivers, 2 to the right. Ernest Davis is the sole back. Here's Sims in a long count. Sims uncocks it. Has a man wide open. He's all along, and that was obviously a misassignment. There's a flag on the field, and it looks like it's in the vicinity of the backfield, and it could be a clipping or a holding call. Just my guesstimation against the Maroon Tigers. I could be wrong, but where the penalty was thrown, it could very well be that.
It could be that holding. Yes, it is. And that's where Morehouse kind of bites himself in the foot, shooting himself in the foot, as you would say back in the day. They have a good play, but they mess it up by doing something. You know, when you take 2 steps forward, Frank, and then you take 3 steps backwards, so, you know, that kind of keep you and that kind of depictive of their salary.
Kills your momentum as well.
Yes, but I like that they have been coming back from their mistakes because they made quite a few of them, but they have been resilient in coming back, and they didn't capitalize on a couple of them, and that's why they still lead 17-9 because they did have capitalized on a couple.
You know, we talked about that later 1960 football game when Tuskegee defeated Morehouse over in Columbus, Georgia, and I can remember Leroy V. Smith was the head coach, and just can remember a few guys like Lindorf Blakely, George Hall.
Yes,
those guys are Golden Tigers, and I know Coach
Big
Blake,
George Hall. You got to say Big George Hall.
Coach
if we don't say Big George Hall, he might come see us. I don't want him to come see me no more.
And Coach Lindorf Blakely, who's out in the Texas area, who listens to us on the Tuskegee Digital Network. We want to say hello to those former Golden Tigers, and they were a part of that Golden Tiger football team back in the late 1960s, 68, 69. I'm not certain of the year, but I was at that game, 93-0 over in Memorial Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. It was a cold Friday night, Ken, and I remember as a youngster driving over to that game, riding over because I wasn't driving, in Columbus, Georgia, with the Golden Tigers. And if I am not correct, it was probably the largest score ever scored on a team in the history of Tuskegee football, to my knowledge.
To my knowledge, that is correct. We had a great guy, Brian. We got to welcome our new SID that's been putting things together, and he's been working hard for us and trying to keep the information together with us. And he's pulling together a lot of information and getting our stats for the kids here. And so I really appreciate what Brian done, our new SID. And I got to give a shout out to him, man.
Brian Boblitz Jr., Sports Information Director in his first year as SID at Tuskegee University. He's worked very hard, came in late in the season, and he's done a very good job providing us information here on the Tuskegee Digital Network. We'd like to say hello to all of our former Golden Tigers who are tuning in to the Tuskegee Digital Network. So many Tigers across these United States, and, you know, Ken, being a part of the Tuskegee football family since a youngster, I can remember some of those memorable moments, and I can also remember a guy from Detroit, Michigan, who played at Tuskegee University by the name of Ken Woodard.
Yes, and matter of fact, and was in Jet magazine. You know, and I was considered to be in high cotton then, Frank.
John Reynolds, he was coached by John Reynolds, and I think John Reynolds might have been back on that team. If he wasn't, he was very close
the quarterback.
He could have very well been the quarterback.
Sneed and Cecil Leonard.
David Sneed, Cecil Leonard.
Yes. Coach Bully.
Yeah, Coach
Bully
came in
Bully.
there.
That was
I tell you what, you know, Tuskegee, Ken, back in 69, 70, had about 28 players that went to the NFL, some as free agents, some as draftees, went to the National Football League. And we talked about Leon Crenshaw, the first Golden Tiger drafted in 1963. He has a son, Leon Crenshaw Jr., that was a former Golden Tiger, former roommate of our strength coach, Andre Bronson. He followed his father as a Tuskegee Golden Tiger and also a distinguished member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
Oh, I had to figure
I had to get that in. Morehouse with the football, and it looks like a busted play. There was a flag delay of game, I'm sure, against the
offsides by the tight end there.
Okay.
False start. 44, yeah, false start.
5 yards stepped off against the Tigers.
They just not focused. I mean, I remember sometimes that if you're not focused, you had to run those sprints for every play you did wrong. You know, those 10 sprints to run.
And, Ken, you know, I didn't mention Leroy V. Red Top Smith was a head football coach during that time when the Golden Tigers defeated the Maroon Tigers.
The great
Morehouse.
Leroy Smith.
Leroy Red Top Smith. He happened to be the fraternity brother of another coach that I'll tell you more about as we move forward.
That'd be great.
Third and 12 for the Maroon Tigers. And Sims had to spike it because he heard those footsteps and he was going to be caught back in the end zone by the pressure from the Golden Tigers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Morehouse is going to have to punt it off, Ken. 14:58 in the fourth as Valson will be back. No, that's going to be number 3. Valson is going to be deep back for the Golden Tigers. And Esther Valero will punt it off for the Maroon Tigers. Valson would stand right on the 50-yard line, the logo. The young man will return the punt for the Golden Tigers. Valson gets under it, calls for a fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for Tuskegee University. We're gonna mark it on the 48-yard line, and let's see what Williams will be in to call the signals for the Golden Tigers.
I think it's about time for that air attack again. We haven't seen Hodges and Keon Webb again and Jamal Pritchard. Those guys can get their hands on the ball and get down that field and let them just air it out. We got a couple of timing patterns you can run as well to get that scoring in. The offense, the air attack is just as strong as the running attack, but Patterson been a guy that can keep in control of it. And when you control that offensive line like that, you control that line, you can control the game and control your outcome. But they're right here in the driver's seat right now, Frank, where they can come down and make a game out of this. They're scores away from scoring, because if they score a touchdown, they still would put them at 16-17. But it won't put them right at the top, Frank. But it's time on the clock for them to get down the field and make some plays.
The Travian O'Neal, the tight end, is also a good target, Ken. And we've seen him return kickoffs, and also on the receiving end as a tight end for the Golden Tigers. Well, with 14 minutes and 50 seconds left in this ball game, Morehouse in front of the Golden Tigers, 17-9, and Tuskegee University will take over and will come out and try to generate some offense, Ken.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And this is definitely going to come down. You can notice, Frank, that the fans is still here because the game is such a nail biter. It can still go either way. And it's a lot of football to be played in this next 14 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a lot of football to be played. It's.
Well, it's a night contest, very cool, about 71, 72 degrees under the lights in Legion Field, overlooking the skyline of Birmingham, Alabama. The Golden Tigers trail 17-9. They come out with the football and going to send in number 10. That's going to be Lewis Williams. Will call the signals for the Golden Tigers. Lewis will have receivers split, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tight end. And here's a play. 1st and 10 from the 49. Lewis drops back, unloads it, throws it in. It's going to be in and out of the hands. Got to give Morehouse great defensive play by that DB for Morehouse. That was a clean.
You got to get that ball out there, Frank. Got to get that ball out there.
Got to get it up.
You got to get it out there.
A little bit more lead on it.
Yeah, put some lead on it. He had to come back and try to retrieve it there.
You dialed up that air attack.
That air attack, and it's them guys let them do what they do best, baby.
Jordan Ogletree, the intended receiver, that name reminds me of a great friend of ours who we lost over the last few months, David Ogletree, great receiver for the Golden Tigers, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
He bears that same name, and he's on the receiving end. Lewis unloads it, wants to throw it.
Oh, okay.
And he looked for number 3. That was going to be Valson. And he got it off, and it was a little bit overthrown. It got into a little traffic jam back there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Okay.
14:31 in the ball game. Ball is on the 49-yard line of the Maroon Tigers. The Battle of the Cats from Birmingham, Alabama, the first appearance of the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Legion Field. Frank Lee along with Ken Woodard. We have a 17-9 score as Lewis Williams drops back. Williams gives it to Vontae Patterson, and that run maybe garnered a yard. That's going to bring in Ryan Duff, and it is 4th down. You're right, 4th down, and Duff will have to kick it again, punt it off for the Tigers. And he'll have deep back for Morehouse, number 5. It's going to be Marquise Pride. Pride will stand on the 10-yard line. Ryan Duff will stand on the 35. Duff has had an exciting season this year. He was SIAC Player of the Week from Tuskegee University. Duff will attempt he'll punt it off for the Golden Tigers. Here's Ryan. He gets it off, and Ken, look who's down there first.
Fuentes.
He's standing. Oh, Ken, and I tell you, this guy, he always is there. He doesn't waste any time. He snaps that ball. That's the long snapper, one of your favorite guys.
My favorite guy. Hey,
Johnny.
He's a moneymaker. Fuentes. Yeah. Frank, you got to go back to I remember his first game he was there. He came down there against Albany in the Whitewater Classic, and he got his bell rung real good that first go-round. But you know what made me fall in love with the kid is that the next time he went out there, he did the same thing. Say, you didn't knock me out that time, you're going to knock me out again. He came back and, playing without no fear. It's a contact sport, baby. You're going to get hit. You know, if you don't want to get hit, don't come out there. But when that contact, boy, and he runs down there, and sometimes he gets his bell rung. But I like his energy to get back up and try it again.
He's a senior from Oxnard High School in Oxnard, California. Has had a pretty productive year for the Golden Tigers.
He's definitely a good guy. Like Delton Hall was our kicker.
Dalton is probably
Dalton.
listening in. We're going to say hello to Dalton Hall. He's made his mark here as a Golden Tiger punter and kicker, and I've always said Dalton Hall needs to be playing for someone on Sunday.
Hey, yeah, he can swing that leg up there. He can swing that leg, kind of thick in the waist, but he can still move with it. So, hey, if you can still move with it, Frank, go with it. That's why we got Goodlow.
Yeah, we need to see more of Goodlow today.
Yeah.
We need to see more of him.
Hey, if you can move your feet, I can find a spot for you, baby.
17-9 is your score. 13 minutes and 42 seconds remains in the ball game. Both teams, Tuskegee and Morehouse, are battling in the Tuskegee-Morehouse Classic. Morehouse has a 17-9 advantage over the Golden Tigers. And Tuskegee will play its defense and try to make something happen defensively here in this contest. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. They will have the ball on the 12-yard line. And the Maroon Tigers will have Michael Sims. Michael Sims will have receivers either side. Sims has been the sole signal caller for the Maroon Tigers today. Let's see here. Here's a play. Quarterback Sims gives it to he had nowhere to go, Ken. That was number 20, Ernest Davis. And Davis has been a source to reckon with for the Golden Tigers. The little running back has had an outstanding day here for the Maroon Tigers. He's been their number 1 ground gainer.
Yep, and that's Big Edward Birdie, number 90. They come in there, penetrate, got in that backfield, got some penetration into that backfield. You gotta love it. It's like he called his play as opposed to calling the play for the Maroon Tigers.
Ernest Davis, he's 5'7". He's 210 pounds, Ken. Doesn't seem like he's that big, but he is 5'7", 210. Is he 210, Ken? I just can't see that.
He's number 20.
Ernest Davis on the roster is 5'7", 210 pounds. Anyway, I won't get into that.
Well, sometimes he runs like he's 210 pounds because he did go up against Woodley and Wesley a couple of times, them linebackers, and try to square up in there. And
we won't dispute what's on the roster. 3rd down and 11 for the Maroon Tigers. They lead the Golden Tigers 17-9. 12 minutes and 54 seconds left in this ball game. Michael Sims has receivers, trips to the right. Sims drops back, fires it out to number 5, the receiver for Morehouse. That's going to be Marquise Pride. And Pride has been one of his major targets today. And it's going to be 4th and 4. And they're going to send the punt team in for Morehouse. And that's going to mean that Fernando S. Delamaro will punt it off to the Golden Tigers, and that's going to be Valson. It's going to be deep for the Golden Tigers. He'll stand inside of the 42-yard line. Fernando S. Delamaro will punt it off from its own 8. And fair catch is called. That's going to be number 3, Devarian Valson, back for the Golden Tigers. And Valson, just like that, will fill the punt. And here comes the offensive troops from the Golden Tigers, Ken, and they got to come out smoking to get back in this contest. 12:04 time continues to move on in this ball game as the Maroon Tigers have maintained their lead in the contest, 17-9.
Yes, and you can tell, Frank, it's they got the ball on the 40. They get that's a good field position. It's not great field position, but they can definitely put them in a good position to keep Morehouse pinned to the back if they do not get to move the chains.
Here's a play, and bursting run by Avante Patterson, and Patterson gets it inside. He'll move it up to the 46-yard line. Picks up about 6 on that play, Ken.
And you take that. It runs out the clock. And it also gives them 2nd and 4. You got to love it. You got 2nd and 4. You can do anything. You can go up top with it, or you can just go to first down and keep the chains moving.
Lewis has receivers split either side. Williams, quarterback, play action. Lewis Williams drops back, throws it, looks for a man. It's caught. Inside of the 25, it's inside, touchdown, Tuskegee Golden Tigers, just like that, strike
just
again.
Like that. Anywhere on the field, you can make that strike, and that was Jamal Pritchard.
Jamal Pritchard, and Ken, we said that offense would have to make something happen, and they did, and just like that, Golden Tigers are back in the contest. We have a 17-15 ball game.
Left that corner out there by himself when the corner on that side of the field came up for the rollout, and left that corner running by himself, and Jamal Pritchard just ran away from him on that angle where he really just couldn't get to him.
Golden Tigers are going to go for 2, Ken. The way it looks, the Golden Tigers are going to go for 2 points. No field goal, no place kicker in the ball game. And Willie Slater is going to go for 2. He's got his tight end and 2 receivers. They're going to call timeout. And while they're calling timeout to talk about it, let's pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
This is what you're talking about, Frank. This is what it comes down to it. Nail biter. This won't be the first time that we probably go into overtime. We get the score tied 2-2. 17-17, go into 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion. Bowson fires it out. And misses his target. Point after attempt is no good. Morehouse 17, Tuskegee 15, Golden Tigers on the 2-point conversion. Didn't work. Let's pause again on the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language. And she really loves her grandson. Like really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
We're back live in Birmingham, Alabama, where the Golden Tigers, Ken Woodard, went for a 2-point conversion. It was unsuccessful, and we're back at a 17-15 contest. with 11 minutes and 18 seconds in the ball game.
Yes, but we're still not out the game because all we got to get is the field goal position, and we can be winning this game, 18-17. But that was a good timing route they ran there with the diversion with the play action, Frank, and I like that diversion. It has worked before, but that was a great play made by Morehouse with second effort.
Great defensive effort.
Defensive effort, and they had to prevent that play because it was happening, but he deflected that ball, and that was just good close-in speed. When that ball got in the air, the boy came and got it, and he did it. That was a great play by the Morehouse Maroon Tigers. That was a good one. I got to give kudos where it's due.
Well, the Golden Tigers will kick it off to the Maroon Tigers. 11 minutes, 18 seconds, fourth quarter action. Morehouse 17, Tuskegee 15. And, Ken, we got a lot more football to play before it's all over with.
Most definitely. And that's what we can see is what we can predict is the second effort by individuals that's really trying to win the game and trying to make a play and be the best that they can be.
We'll wait and see, Ken. I got something up my sleeve, and I don't know if Coach Willie Slater has it up his too, but we'll see. 17-15 your score, and the Golden Tigers will kick it off and have Arnell Hussick.
Did you think about an onside?
We'll wait and see.
Well,
no, he kicks it
all the way. Kicks it
all the way, but it's a good one. It's taken around the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, misses one block and gets it to the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroon Tigers from their own 35-yard line.
Yes, and I watched that. That was a good play by Maroon. Maybe all they needed is a couple more plays to keep this game alive and keep that clock running. But the pressure we've been having by our front four up there with Big Hamilton, number 9, number 90, and 99. Those guys been playing great up front and 44 keys. I like the way them D linemen have been doing it. It's great. I love it.
(17-15) is your score. 11:07, and the Maroon Tigers move the football, and they're going to get it, Ken, to the. They're going to spot it around the 36-yard line.
That's Ernest Davis. What they say?
He's a bread and butter guy, Ken.
They say he run like he's 210 pounds then, huh, Frank?
Well, we're 45 or 50 yards up here in the press box, so he could be 210, but looks can be deceiving to me.
I love the strength of his legs. He had some good strength in his legs that I seen him break a few tackles and push forward a couple times. He did for that
second down and 6 for Sims. Sims receives pressure from the Tigers, runs out of bounds. He's going to be forced out around the 38. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Great defensive effort by Tuskegee University. Bring up third down for the Maroon Tigers, kid.
Yes, indeed. And we got a flag on the play. We'll see what's the call here. They're talking it over there, Frank. But that's one of the plays where Sims kind of got lost in the shuffle there and had a slow move where he couldn't he didn't know if to throw it or to try to continue.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Golden Tigers. 15 great big ones stepped off against the Golden Tigers, and this is not the time to get some of those large penalties here in the contest where the Golden Tigers are trying to snap back. 17-15 is your score. Tuskegee penalized 15 yards, Ken, 10-10.
That's all Woodley over there, Appeline. That's the first game. His brother Wesley had the penalty.
That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. Quarterback Sims. Play action gives to Ernest Davis. Davis gains about 2 on that play. And, Davis has been the bread and butter of this Morehouse offense. And looking at him on the Jumbotron, Ken, he is a pretty big guy. Just looks kind of small from up here. He has a little size on him.
Got a little size. He's a little thick in the waist there too.
Yeah, he could be 210. I'll give him 210. But it's all muscle, Ken. He's pretty well built there for that running back position. 17-15 your score. Sims unloads it long. It's going to be incomplete.
Oh, there you go.
A late flag on that play, Ken. A late flag on that field, and it's going to be pass interference. Obviously, looks like pass interference, Ken.
You got to go. You got to turn around, and look for that ball. You get your hands up, and you're not looking at that ball. Any incidental contact, they're gonna call it.
It's gonna be on.
Oh, yeah. You can see it on the jumbotron.
Wait a minute. Let's see what's happening here. Did he call it against was it against the offense or against the defense?
It was against the defense. They moved.
It is against the defense. 1st and 10. It's pass interference against the Golden Tigers. 1st and 10. The ball is on the 28-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Here's Sims. Gives it to Ernest Davis. Davis is sprung down. But Davis didn't have the ball.
Sims had it.
Sims sold that one pretty good, Ken.
Yeah. He didn't sell the one he needed to sell. That was at the end.
That's right.
Stay home, baby. Don't leave home. Hey, cover home first. Let somebody cover that other side.
His sales ability was kind of caught there by the Golden Tiger defense.
That happened in the first quarter, but they didn't let that pass. That buck didn't pass in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Golden Tigers are going to have to make something happen defensively. A big play is going to be imminent now, Ken, for the Tigers to get back in the contest. Thrown to the dirt. Sam's pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15, 8:32 in the ball game. Morehouse in possession down situation. 3rd and 15. The ball is on the 33-yard line of the Golden Tigers.
And this is when you get that nickel defense in there, Frank, and you get some good pass rush up front. You get that man-to-man coverage out there. And might have to put a spy on Sims because he's been trying to run it.
Got to also realize, Ken, that Morehouse is in field goal range. We'll see.
That is true.
3rd and 15, 8:27 in the ball game. Quarterback Sims, southpaw, drops back, wants to throw. Hit's going to be in the hands. Will he catch it? Yes, it's going to be caught fast inside of the 11-yard line, and the Maroon Tigers
by number 11
pick up a 1st down, and that receiver for Morehouse is going to be Sean Strickland.
Yes, indeed. He's 6'3", 200. That 6'3" came in handy when he had to reach up there and catch that ball at the highest point. He made contact with that ball at the highest point, and our defender at that time couldn't reach as high as it was, and he brought it on down. That was all hands. That was a good play by the Maroon Tigers.
Costly penalty put Morehouse in perfect field position. We have a injured Golden Tiger on the field. Ken, let's kind of reassess where we are in the contest. 8:08 to go. Morehouse is knocking at the door. They have a 17-15 lead against the Golden Tigers. Golden Tigers elected to go for 2 points, which would have tied the ball game 17-17. Also, if the Golden Tigers would have maintained the score, a field goal would have put them ahead. But right now, Morehouse is going to be going for 6, Ken. I can assure you of that.
And, yes, they'll be going for 6. And where we also got to do, we got to look at our mental mistakes where we kept a drive alive that would not have been alive right now. And our offense would be out there as opposed to our defense being out there on the field. Where the guy then Morehouse given another shot at the gauntlet, was able to throw it to the 6'3" wide receiver, and he went up and caught the ball at the highest point and brought it down on the 13-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 on the 13. I mean, they're right where they need to be. If counting the mistakes and they get mental, it can be rough for our Golden Tigers. But we glad the big 90's coming off of there. He's running off on his own spirit.
Edward Verdry.
Yes.
Edward Verdry for the Golden Tigers, one of the offensive linemen was injured on that last play, but he got off and got up and walked out with his own strength, no help necessary. Medical team from Tuskegee came out and checked him out and
Sometimes you
got
get
him
hit in the
back.
gut there, Frank. Sometimes you get hit in the gut there, Frank, and you just can't move for a second or two, and you have to lay there and catch your wind. So that could be one of those calls there. You laying there because he was able to jog off on his own accord, and he's looking fine now. I'm talking to not even talking to the trainers now. He's talking to the coach, and he want to get back out there. But it's one of those plays that things happen.
17-15 is your score. 8:08 in the contest. Morehouse out front of the Golden Tigers, 17-15. It's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is going to be on the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see what the call is.
Here's the play. 1st and 10, 8:08 in the ball game. Sims gives it to the first man through, and he's going to stop. One stop right there in the middle. .756 in the ball game. Golden Tigers trail 17-15 against the Maroon Tigers.
That's a great play there, Frank. By the defense, deep front D line, holding it down.
Calling the signal. Sims drops back in a fade. It's going to be caught easily. Touchdown, Maroon Tigers. And just like that, Morehouse took advantage of a Tuskegee penalty, and we have a 23-15 ball game with 7 minutes and 29 seconds in the ball game. And Morehouse is up by 23-15, Ken.
Yes, that's something. But that was good play calling and execution. You know, and Morehouse they've been on and they've been off, but at this time they were on and they executed very well.
Estemalero is in to do the PAT. It's up, no problem. He splits the uprights. 24-15 is your score. Golden Tigers, Ken, are going to have to make something happen quick, fast, and in a great big hurry.
Yes, indeed. That's definitely a nice little play action. Sit in that pocket, poise, time it, boom. And you got to cover, baby. You got to cover. And that's the tight end, number 44, which was the kid that jumped off sides and at the beginning of the drive back there, Frank. And it made it 1st and 15 for him down at inside their own 20. But he came out and scored at the end of the drive. So you know that you take the good with the bad, the bitter with the sweet on that one there, and but he executed, and that's keeping faith. You know, you got to keep faith. You got to keep pushing. And we're not out this game before. Now we're not out this game, and we have a team in the squad that can make plays. We ain't seen it before. That any one of the guys that can throw it up top and let that ball fly. And we got Patterson that had one of our longest runs of the day as well, Frank. So I'm still optimistic that if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Fernando S. Delamaro is going to be kicking it off to the Golden Tigers. Here's his kick. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to be taken by Valson. And Valson turns the corner, has room, has a lane. Valson still on his feet, and he carries it to about the 47, 48-yard line. Great field position for the Golden Tigers. But, Ken, Tuskegee University is going to have to come out making some mistake-free, penalty-free offense to get back on the scoreboard quickly.
Get back on the scoreboard and get Morehouse to be 3 and out, which is going to be difficult because Morehouse now they on the roll. They feeling confidence. But you know, sometimes they can get to a point where they get too comfortable and too cocky, and before you know it, you catch them with their pants down, and you can give them a good spanking. Oh, that was a metaphor, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Good spanking. Give them a spanking.
Here's a play. Lewis Williams flips it out.
Uh-oh. And we look like
And what? It can't be, Ken. It can't be. This cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. Morehouse comes up with the football, and it was considered a forward pass, I would assume. And are they going to give it to the Maroon Tigers, Ken?
we're going to see. It looks like, Morehouse is doing what they're doing. They trying to. The offense is going off the field. I know he came up with it.
Yeah, it looks like Williams lobbed the ball forward, which was considered a forward pass, and Morehouse recovered it. And the Maroon Tigers, just like that, have taken possession of the football on another Golden Tiger turnover. That's not good, and we just got through saying that you're going to have to play mistake-free football in order to get back in this contest.
I would say, Frank, and that the backside linebacker came across there, and he was holding the ball loose down low, and he hit his hand, and that made it knock the ball forward when he reached around to try to tackle him.
These classics bring a lot of unpredictable circumstances, and that has been the case in this ball game. Morehouse, Sims gives Ernest Davis, and Morehouse is burning that clock up, and they're going to continue to burn it. They have a 24-15 advantage over the Golden Tigers, 9 points. Golden Tigers would need a field goal and an extra point and a touchdown to get back in this contest, and only 6 minutes and 46 seconds to do it. It's not impossible, but mistake-free ball is going to be the factor in this contest. Mistakes, penalties, and turnovers have been the deficit in this ball game for the Golden Tigers. Here's Sims, gives it up the gut again to none other than Ernest Davis. Davis is the ball carrier for the Maroon Tigers. Morehouse letting that clock just tick away. 6:13 in the ball game. 24-15 is your score. Morehouse out front in the first inaugural Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Birmingham's Legion Field. City of Birmingham has rolled out the red carpet for both the Maroon Tigers and the Golden Tigers. A week full of events here in Birmingham. It culminates here with this ball game, and it's been all but Morehouse so far in this contest. 24-15 your score. 3rd and 6. Morehouse has the ball on the Golden Tigers. Now inside of the Golden Tigers 22-yard line, and that's going to be good enough
for a first down.
For Morehouse first down with 5 minutes and 31 seconds. The receiver lost his helmet, and he's going to have to exit the ball game, but
we got a flag on the play as well, too, Frank.
There is a flag on the field.
And that came a little late.
So hanky on the floor.
A hanky on the floor.
Well, it's been 24-15 for the Maroon Tigers, and they have taken advantage of playing mistake-free, penalty-free, those incidents, those turnovers, those penalties.
Okay, that's what I see. You see that looked like he had his face mask there.
Oh, did he grab his face mask?
Looks like it. I'm not.
Oh my goodness, that's
sure.
Not good.
Yeah. It might be just a 5-yard penalty if he incidentally did it.
Yeah, could have accidentally done it.
Yes, sir. As long as you don't pull on it, that's still good competition. And
Harry Williams, former Golden Tiger, offensive coordinator for the Maroon Tigers. Watched him play here, and that's what happened. Can you call that one?
Sometimes I wish I couldn't, but it's in the game. You got to play it, and it's one to grow on.
Using the terminology of your former coach, Haywood Sism, when you get snake bitten like that, it's kind of hard to come back.
It's kind of hard to come back, but you got to come back.
You got to come back. You can't give up.
Give me that.
Golden Tigers have just had their share of mistakes and penalties and turnovers today, and this has been a big factor in the outcome of this ball game. 5:16 to go, 24-15 is your score. Here's Sims, gives it to Ernest Davis, and Ernest parts the course. He parts the waters.
He parts the waters. That might be that 210 because
Ken, I
45 and 25.
I think
he broke both of those tackles.
I'm gonna have to go ahead with that 210. I got a better view of it now.
Yeah.
I got that jumbotron convinced me he's 210.
He's 210, and
he's solid.
they had some tackles. They had him in the backfield, but they couldn't get him. They couldn't hold him down. He
had
broke
to
the
be
tackle.
210 to do that, Ken. He couldn't do that at 185. Second down and 8, 4:33, 24-15 is your score. Morehouse out front of the Golden Tigers here in Legion Field. Here's Ernest Davis, and that young man. There's a fumble on the field, and looks like maybe Golden Tigers are saying they have it, Ken. The officials have not said it yet.
They have not called it, but
that will be a big break for the Golden Tigers if that is the case. I don't think so. No fumble, ball was blown dead. Wishful thinking.
Yeah, he's down
Unless
right there.
It's a delayed call. Well, I tell you what. If anything could go wrong, it has gone wrong for the Golden Tigers this afternoon, and Morehouse has had all of the best breaks. They'll call timeout with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in this ball game. Morehouse will control the clock, control the time, and unfortunately, Ken, it looks like the pendulum has swung in the favor of the Maroon Tigers thus far. 3 minutes and 36 seconds is a lot of time, but Morehouse has the football, and they're knocking gingerly at the door. And the Golden Tigers are going to have to sustain some immediate defensive play to make a difference thus far in this ball game. It's been a lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers, a lot of mental mistakes, and all of those combined together have been complex for the Golden Tigers in getting in the win column today.
Yes, indeed. And, it's 3rd and 2, and they're right down there on the 2, so it's going to you go for it. Then do you try for it on the 4th down so that if you don't get it, you put the offense in the back of the end zone where they have to go all the length of the field. You got to try to get some points, and try to kick it back off to them.
Morehouse wanted this game badly, Ken. They lost to Edward Waters last week. And, if you would look at stats and look at the competition level of play, I mean, you would have thought that the Golden Tigers would have had the task that they've had at hand today. But, anything can happen in a classic. Maroon Tigers won it pretty badly, and they send –
and there he goes.
Ed Davis again, and Golden Tigers stop him. It's going to be third down for the Maroon Tigers.
I like 45. 45 came up there, had to put a helmet on. You got to put a helmet on him, keep them feet moving.
4th and 1.
And there, my buddy, number 3, Matthews. He's been quiet. Carl Matthews. He's been a good heavy hitter for us, and I like the way he played. But Matthews been kind of quiet today. Didn't get a chance to make as many plays as he normally makes because he's definitely been a force on. But you probably see him when he on the coverage when a lot of times they had coverage.
Let's watch it, Ken. 4th, the ball is on the 1-yard line. Here's when you separate the men from the boys, and they won't get it. They'll block him. He won't get in, Ken.
Right.
He won't get in at all.
He won't get in.
They went for it, 4th and 1, 4th and goal. They went for it, and Morehouse will turn the ball over. The Golden Tigers will take it over. No,
and that's no sweat off of Morehouse because the offense got marched 98 yards.
There you go.
In the 2-minute drill, and so this one, they get the clock on their side now.
Well, what's happening here? I mean, that was 4th down. Now the clock says 2nd and 1. What in the heck is going on here, Ken? The down box was down. It was 4th down, and now the clock says 2nd and 1. And Morehouse just walked in, touchdown Morehouse.
He walked in.
Whatever happened, the Maroon Tigers have punched it in. We have a 30-15 ball game, and that was a nail that was driven deeply in the coffin, Ken. Unfortunately, that Ernest Davis run took it out of reach for the Tigers. 15 points ahead, 30-15, and Ernest Davis crosses the goal line for a Morehouse first down.
And on the goal line, Frank, you cannot stop nobody with an arm tackle. That arm tackle is not going to do it. You got to put that helmet on.
Here's Estelado. His point after attempt is good. Well, Ken, 31-15 is your score. Let's pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
We're back live at Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama, where the Morehouse Maroon Tigers have taken a great portion of this ball game. 31-15 is your score. Here's a kickoff, and his number 6 return guy.
Green, yes.
A lot of zest there. Kendrick Green. It's going to return it to the 30. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers on the 30, and there's some extracurricular activity there on the field. There's no need for that.
Yeah. You
Not at this point.
Play when the whistle's blown.
You play when the whistle goes, and Morehouse has dominated this contest against the Golden Tigers. Minute 55 to go in the contest. 31-15 is your score. And who would have thought that after a loss last week to Edward Waters, not discounting them, anything can happen on any given Saturday, but statistically, Golden Tigers were a better football team. They have a better record, but Morehouse has proven that they wanted it even more so than the Golden Tigers. They'll pick up win 1 in the West, and the Golden Tigers will pick up a loss in the West. And in and out of the hands for the intended receiver, Steve Hodges, couldn't get a handle on the ball. He babbled it around the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 1:49 in this ball game from the Magic City of Birmingham, Alabama. Is the inaugural Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Birmingham. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and players are donned in their pink. And Morehouse is defending the Golden Tigers. 1:49. Here's the play. Williams drops back, has a man open, and
can't get it to him.
Can't get it to him. It's just been a bad day for things happening. Intended receiver was Kendrick Green for the Tigers. He couldn't get a handle on that pass from quarterback Lewis Williams.
Exactly. And it was good coverage by number 21, Maddox, which is a freshman that's covering Hodges over there. And that was great closing speed on the play previous on this one, Frank, before this one.
Minute 43 to go in the ball game. Morehouse 31, Tuskegee 15. Here's Lewis Williams, and Lewis calls his own number, gets it to the 33-yard line. He'll pick up about 4 yards on that play. Minute 31 to go, Ken Woodard, and it's been all with Morehouse here on the
fourth quarter has been Morehouse.
Morehouse.
You know, we talk about making plays in the fourth quarter and scoring in the fourth quarter. You got to do that when you got a knuckle game like this here. You're going back and forth all game. You know, score 9-7, 10-7, 10-9. You know, you got to be able to score every quarter. Every quarter got to count.
Here's a play. Bryson throws on the run, has a man open, and Bryson has one of his receivers open. That's going to be number 83, Kenyon Webb. And Webb will pick up a first down. That's about a 48-yard gain for the Golden Tigers. And Webb will get it inside deep in Morehouse territory, be 1st and 10 from the 32. Here's a play. Bryson runs. He's going to go out of bounds around the 14-yard line, maybe around the 16. And he'll get a first down on that play. 30 seconds to go. Golden Tigers may punch it in one more time before it's over with. Willie Slater's Golden Tigers have fallen today to the Morehouse Maroon Tigers, 30 seconds. And the first annual inaugural Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Birmingham, Alabama, and Legion Field will go down in the history books.
Frank, and I must say, I really appreciate the hospitality that we have received here at Legion Field in Birmingham. The Birmingham Alumni Chapter turned out for us real great, and I really appreciate what they did for us. And that was a great job and great effort them putting on the show like this for us.
Williams runs out of bounds with 25 seconds to go, and Golden Tigers have Lewis Williams in. Lewis and Bryson both were quarterbacks for the Golden Tigers in this contest. 23 clicks on the time clock. Morehouse Maroon Tigers 31. Tuskegee University Golden Tigers 15. Golden Tigers will lose their first conference game in the East, and the Maroon Tigers will gain a win. Miles lost today in the East, so it's going to change the whole dimension of rankings in the SIAC East. Lane lost today too, so
that is correct.
We're going to have to look at. Yes. See, that's going to change the whole dynamic. A Golden Tigers still are in the contest, and there's a pick. Williams' pass was picked, and he is going to be brought down by the Golden Tigers. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Clock stops at 3 seconds as Lewis Williams was picked off by the Maroon Tigers.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it was deflected pass that was picked off, so it wasn't directly on him throwing the ball away. It was definitely deflected. And so
kind of ricocheted off and
right.
ended in the hands of a Maroon Tiger.
Yeah, them guys were moving. The Maroon Tigers been moving around. They've been flying around in this fourth quarter. They've been playing. They've been hustling in the fourth quarter. They really they did some good hustling out there, and they made some plays when they needed to make the plays, and they came up with a win here, 31-15.
Well, Alabama, the University of Alabama, 38-31. Fourth quarter, last account, it was 5 minutes left as the Tide and Texas A&M are neck to neck, 38-31. Well, final scores in the SIAC today. Benedict 24, Miles 21, Kentucky State 49, Lane 14, Albany State 30, Edward Waters 0, Fort Valley 35, Central State 14. And I thought I had a Miles score. I'm not sure. Yeah, Miles, Benedict beat Miles today, 24-21. Interesting scenario in the East. Miles, that's their second loss in the East. And Lane lost. Golden Tigers lost. And Kentucky State beat Lane. So that's going to really change this whole dimension as far as the hunt for the SIAC Western Division champion. Golden Tigers still in the hunt, Ken. It's not over, but the Golden Tigers are going to have to play better than they have played today to be contenders in the SIEC Western Division.
That's most definitely true. Got to execute and can't make them done plays, unnecessary plays with unnecessary roughness on the third down to give them a first down. That's definitely for some sprints that need to be deserved Monday come running back to practice.
They still do that, Ken?
I would. I would.
I think your last coach was Lonzo Bully that did that, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Yes, he did. And Coach Holbert.
I tell you.
Henry Holbert.
A lot of those guys are going on to glory. Great coaches. We were talking about them the other day. Golden Tigers and their great coaching staffs. Here's a play. It's going to be intercepted, but that's going to be interference call. That's going to be interference call with no seconds left. It won't make a difference. It's all for naught. Final score: Morehouse 31, Tuskegee 15. And let's see what the officials would say here. It looks like it might have been an interference call against the Maroon Tigers. They'll probably, if they may put a few more seconds on the clock and give the Golden Tigers another play. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to play it over. That was a call against the defense, and maybe the Golden Tigers will have time for one more play, and who knows, could maybe get a touchdown on it. It's on the goal line.
Yeah, down to the 2.
Would be nice. It'll make the deficit a little bit better from the statistical point of view. 31-15 is your score. Morehouse penalized late before the clock expires. And in essence, the clock had expired. They're going to give them one more play. What do you think, Ken?
They're going to give them one more play.
Give them one more play. They're going to mark the ball on the 2-yard line. And maybe we can make something happen to at least decrease the amount of this span of lead here. Let's hope so anyway. Here's the play, last play of the game. Bryson drops back, wants to throw, and it's goal. My goodness, Ken, off the fingertips. This ball game is over. I tell you what, Ken, it hasn't been a good day for this classic here in Birmingham, Alabama. Final score: Morehouse Maroon Tigers 31, Tuskegee 15. Let's pause on the Tuskegee Digital Network, and we'll bring it back and wrap it up from Birmingham's Legion Field. I tell you.
How did they get the ball? How did
they call pass interference.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language.
Frank Lee and Ken Woodard, final score from Legion Field. Ken, the first inaugural Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Birmingham, Alabama at Legion Field. Morehouse will go down with the win today, 31-15. Golden Tigers will suffer their first loss in the division, the Western Division. Morehouse will have their first win. A lot of teams lost today. Lane lost, and
Miles
lost. So that's going to change the whole dimension in regard to the rankings in the West. There's still hope, I would say, Ken, for Tuskegee, but the Golden Tigers are going to have to go back to the drawing board as they have a long road trip next week to Ohio to play Central State, and it's going to have to be a ball game that doesn't require, doesn't obtain the kind of mistakes that we had today, the turnovers, the mistakes and the penalties is the dividing factor in this ball game. Final score: Morehouse 31, Tuskegee 15. Ken Woodard, your final comments.
Final comments is that we came out there to see a great classic, Frank, here in Birmingham. The Tuskegee Morehouse Classic was a nail biter down to the fourth quarter, and Morehouse has made more plays and executed more than they made mistakes. And Tuskegee made some mistakes at the time where they didn't recover from them. I seen where Hodges came out and did his due. Jamal Pritchard had a nice couple of catches, you know. So Devontae Patterson always been a steady workhorse. The O-line, you got to give a tribute to the O-line. They did some good things up front, you know. So I got to give credit. The D-line looked great. They put some pressure on the quarterback. They had a quarterback over there that made some plays and it was good. They can execute, but they just have a lot of mental mistakes that Morehouse did, and so they can really still advance and continue to get better. Where we didn't ran into a little stump here, but this is definitely an eye opener to go to Central State. And Tuskegee is that team that bounce back, and they always bounce back and work hard. But they got some good talent. They got some guys that do some things. The coaches put them in a position to execute, and then you see them. But we can't have them mistakes, unnecessary penalties. Gonna cost you everything. That kept them in that drive alive. That took the game out of reach, and they had the good running back. You cannot, down at the goal line, you got to get them helmets on them. You cannot arm tackle down there. You're going to dislocate your shoulder. So I really love it. It was football. We seen, they came, and they conquered. But in the Classic, Frank, we're still up on the Classic, and we still got that 93.
Yeah, 93-0. But Morehouse, They got the better side of the ball today.
Yeah.
Final score from Birmingham, Alabama. Legion Field is the venue. Morehouse Maroon Tigers take advantage of the Golden Tigers, 31-15 for Ken Woodard. And the Tuskegee Digital Network. We want to thank everyone for listening today. On behalf of Roy Evans and Ken Woodard, I'm Frank Lee saying have a good evening. And we'll be back with you next week from